When you told me this was going to be one of the topics we were going to talk about, I Googled this. I Googled what is a word for people, for creatives that have no talent?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? And this is what AI has come up with for me.
Okay.
The first one, might be why people who want to express themselves artistically but aren't good at it or whatever don't.
Yeah.
Hack. That's the first one that comes up.
See, when I think of hack, I think of a grifter. I think of someone who...
A writer or artist who produces large amounts of unoriginal work. I don't have a song. It's me. All right. How you doing? This is More Donut, and this is another podcast. I think this is episode 9, I think. And first, before we get started, I just want to say thanks to everybody. Doing great. Nice. It's nice to have somebody in here. Thanks for all the love and support on YouTube. We're up to 39 subscribers now, I think. And it's really going good. And the Spotify and YouTube are killing it. I mean, Spotify and what's the other one?
Pandora?
Whatever. Wherever you listen to podcasts.
YouTube Premium?
But they're doing good. It's just Apple Music.
Apple.
Yeah. So, but those are doing really good. And today I have a new guest with me today. This is Joselyn. I know you've heard her name on the other podcast.
Hi, everybody.
And it's going to be a really good episode. And this is a different type episode. We're not doing craft beers today. We're not doing anything weird at all, right?
I don't know. Why?
We're drinking.
Time will tell.
We're drinking wine today.
Cheers.
On the podcast. I've never drank wine. I've had wine, but I'm not a big wine drinker. Every time I drink a little bit of wine, I get drunk. So
yes.
It's very intoxicating.
Yes. It's a sipping alcohol.
It's definitely sipping. And then today we're going to be painting. Jocelyn has me painting a picture. I've never painted before.
Yay.
Like I've never. Ever? It's not. Like I've drawn stuff, but I'm not very well.
It doesn't matter.
We're going to be painting abstract paintings. And then today's, this podcast is going on Easter Sunday. So don't drive, right? Yeah, no shit. Said hi, Jocelyn.
Hi. Who is it?
This is Katando. I don't know who Katando is.
It's very nice to see.
But
thanks
for being here. Here every week, every podcast.
Oh, that's really
awesome. I think you might be one of Marble's friends, I think. I'm not sure. But it's good that you're here.
We love a supportive friend.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so then it's Easter.
Aw.
It's Easter Sundays when this podcast is going to be coming out. So we're going to talk about Easter today.
Yeah.
And we have some other things we're going to talk about. But first I want to talk to you a little bit. I've known you now for, I think, about 10 or 11 years.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I met you through my cousin Amanda, who you guys have seen on the podcast.
Shout out to Mandy. Love you.
And in the time that I've known you, you've gotten married.
Yes.
And you've had a son.
Yes.
You have it's your second son.
Second son. I have 3 altogether, including my stepson. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I was kind of just, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about your life. I want you to say some stuff about your life.
I'm married to my wonderful husband, Dean, who's giving me away for the day to do this. So thanks, Dean. And we have an 11-year-old son, DJ. And my oldest is Damien, and now have a granddaughter. My oldest son is 23, and he has a little baby girl who's 8 months old, and her name's Elliot.
Oh, hold on. This is Katando. She's 12 years old and wants to start streaming Rocket League. Can we talk about that on another day? I stream Rocket League 4 days a week, but I'm going to do the podcast right now. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, definitely.
That works. So, yes.
Thank you. Okay.
So, I'm a massage therapist. I moonlight as a live trivia host at bars, and Steve comes to play trivia, and Tammy and Rachel.
Good Cookie and Fuzzy Pickle.
Are we allowed to? Oh, yes.
Yeah, you
Fuzzy
can say their
Pickle
names.
And Good Cookie. Thank you for all your support. We got a little supportive group of friends, so it's really awesome. And I have been
So you-
very excited to do this.
Right. How long have you been massage therapy?
15 years.
15 years.
Yep. 15 years.
And you own your own?
I own my own business, and I always have since I started out.
So you never worked at like Massage Envy?
No, I started out, I was really lucky enough to be working like a weekend job that was very little work for an absurd amount of money. And it was like, I lucked into that. I was selling fragrances and I was making enough money to support myself while I also rented a space and kind of grew my clientele. So that was, that was helpful. And I'm very, very lucky. I've never had to work for anybody in that regard. But there are things that, right. it's got its pros and cons. But
your husband also owns his own business too.
Yes.
Like you guys
yeah.
don't actually work for other human beings.
At all. We have a very unique sort of setup and schedule.
I'm a clock in, clock out.
Yeah. I'm like our schedules are very, very strange. They're not typical, like traditional schedules, but they work for us. And
the only time it doesn't work is tax time's gotta suck.
Tax time isn't fun, but we have it. I mean, it's pretty much the same every year now. It's not so bad.
I've had people tell me that I need to buy my own truck and do my own thing and stuff. There's no way I'm doing all that shit.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, like, if you have never done taxes like that and you've always like
I'm
had your
TurboTax,
tax
baby.
taken out, or like you've gotten a return at the end, that first time you have to pay thousands of dollars. It is.
What's up, Crafty?
Change the category in time for you. Stop, Joe.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'm glad I have moderators. That's Ken, my brother.
Oh, what age were you when you got interested in massaging? Well, that's a pretty interesting story because I think I don't have memory of the first time because.
Yeah, what made you want to?
Well, so I have an aunt who is a massage therapist, and she's a very special person, and she is my uncle's wife on my dad's side. And she was the massage therapist at Nationwide Children's Hospital for the kids who had cancer. Like she had a big job. You know what I mean? Like it was no, is that too much?
It's very alcoholic.
Tart. Yeah.
So yeah,
so she was an inspiration for sure. And then I also kind of knew like I wasn't going to be able to go to typical college. I was a mom at 15. I had my son very young, and so I wasn't
15. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I turned 16. I had him in May, and I turned 16 in July. So I was almost 16 when I had him. But so I knew that really wasn't maybe going to be the best path for me because I wanted to be home and as much as I could with him. So it was actually years later. He was like 8 years old before I went to school for massage. Was he 8? I think he was around 7 or 8.
Where did you go to school for massage?
Dayton School of Medical Massage.
Really?
I went there, yep. And I went there because a good friend of mine, Jamie, had remembered me saying something about wanting to be a massage therapist. And so she reached out to me and was like, I set up a tour for this school. Do you want to come with me? And it was like, I don't think I ever would have done it on my own. Like,
oh yeah.
I think I would have continued to work at fragrance counters and whatever. Well, I don't know. But so that was a turning point, and I went to school with her, and it was 14 months or whatever. No, it was condensed. It was a condensed course, so it was like all this in like 9 months, and it was very, very difficult. That's a really, really hard course, which I later went on to teach at that same.
It's funny
school.
because you have to know you almost know like a nurse, all the medical.
So you have to know the same amount of anatomy as a nurse, physiology, some pharmacology, but not as much as a nurse. And then some pathology also, but not.
So Miss Crafty's a nurse. That's a good question, Katana, because we're going to talk about that later, though. So we're actually going to bring that up later. But thanks for asking that, because we will start talking about how we got into the creative parts of our life.
Yes,
but that's later, a little bit later. But you bring up the school of massage. Eventually you started teaching there, right?
Yep. I was started out as a clinic director, which is just kind of the licensed massage therapist that oversees the clinic where the students come in and do massages for public for a discounted rate because they're students, but it helps them get experience. So I was the licensed person that oversaw the clinic on the weekends. And then, I got an instructor spot through that. And then I taught that from 2016 to 2022, I think it was, something like that. So, yeah.
Quickly check your text.
And give me a simple yes or no.
Wow. Yeah, because they put the age in there. Cantado, how old are you?
I see that message.
Yeah. I'm not sure you're allowed to be on Twitch unless you're 13. I think you have to be 13 to be on Twitch. And
Sorry, bud. Not much longer.
I really feel really bad because you're in here every week, but that's the first time we've ever talked about your age. Ken, I guess you're going to have to. I'm sorry.
Aw, bye.
Okay, so.
It happens. Aw. Very
You
mature
too.
response.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
In terms of service, though, they say you have to be 13. And then this is actually an age-appropriate stream also. Man, I feel bad about that.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, they were very cool about it.
But Miss Crafty is a nurse. So I was thinking, you guys are... The thing that kills me, those Good Cookie... Pickles, Good Cookie went to this. You were her teacher at school,
Yeah,
right?
that's how we met.
At any time there's an anatomy question on freaking
Makes me look bad.
She doesn't remember her stuff.
Well, I will say this. It's a really tough program, and there is a lot thrown at them at once. And if they aren't studying, I don't care if you are a person who never had to study in school. If you're not studying every day in that class, and it moves so fast, if you miss something... So it's difficult. It's very difficult. I learned a lot more as I was teaching. It was helpful to me to teach because it refreshed a lot of that because it's a lot.
Well, that's what I told her though. I'm like, well, to become a truck driver, I had to learn basically the anatomy of the tractor and the trailer for my pre-trips.
Can you remember all that?
And if I was to do a pre-trip now, I would fail because I don't know that shit.
I would say a good majority of massage therapists aren't very good with their anatomy anymore. Like they know how the body feels. Right. They know, but to name things necessarily probably.
But I just always think it's funny every time you're like, "What's the name of the tongue or whatever?" I don't know. Did you guys?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I will say this though, it does make it a lot easier when you do know that stuff to communicate things with clients who are asking you questions like, "What is this and why is this?" and and if you don't know, because I've been in both positions where it was like fresh out of school, I didn't remember a lot of it. It was like such a blur. And then more learning how to teach it just kind of solidified something that was, I don't know, it makes it a lot easier to apply.
I feel like trivia it's a pressure packed, you know what I mean? Like I know like songs and or people's names or this actor or that actor, but it just doesn't come to me when you ask me in trivia. And then on the ride home, I'd be like, oh yeah.
I tell people all the time, trivia is really not about what you know. It's about what you can summon forth in your banks of knowledge or like whatever data you've collected. Because most of the things we ask you've heard it. Know it. You know it somewhere in there, but it's
Ken's really good at trivia. Like somehow that shit's,
Some people, a good recall.
Some people have that. Like, it's right there. Like, me, though, I'm getting old, I think, because someone's like, I know this.
Yeah. It happens to me all the time.
All right, you ready to get into some fun stuff?
I am. I'm ready. Let's
We're going to drink another wine?
Yeah, sure. You want to do the red blend, not the,
we'll
not the dark.
You want to do the dark one second, because then we'll kind of have a little bit of a buzz? I am full of useless knowledge.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. Is that Ken? Yeah.
Yep, Crafty's Ken.
Same. I mean, same.
Yeah, I'm full of it too, but it's not knowledge. It's.
Well.
Do you want me to get the wine?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes, please. Actually, I do have to say that Steve made me an amazing lunch dinner. midday food. It was so good. It was a chicken pasta, creamy pasta, garlic. It was delicious. And thank you so much for that because it's going to make the wine easier. What you looking for? Oh, the yes, it's in.
Put it back in the drawer?
Yeah, to your second drawer down with the rest of the. I call them big utensils with the big utensils.
I'm not used to people putting things away. I never put anything where it goes. You want to open?
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to open some wine. We're going to drink some wine. And then Joselyn has decided, yeah, she ate my cooking, okay?
It's so good.
It was good, dude. I've never made sauce before. Like, this was a garlic Parmesan sauce.
I took pictures.
And it was really good.
Yeah.
It just came out good. But we're going to...
He had to run to the store because he forgot the cream, but...
I feel like every time I fix something in my house, like the plumbing or anything, I have to run back to the hardware store like 12 times. I didn't know I'd be doing that for cooking. Right in the middle of cooking, I'm going, oh, I don't have any heavy cream. So I had to go back to Kroger. And if you want to know where anyone is today, they're at Kroger.
They're all there. They're all there getting ready for Easter dinner.
Fucking packed. Okay.
This is a... I don't know if you care.
Does this say Gothic?
Apothic? Apothic. Red blend.
Nice. I don't know anything about wines. Yeah, Ken, you would have ate it too, and you would have liked it, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I loved Steve's cooking. It was very good. By the way, I am brave. I will eat most things.
Yeah, that was the one thing we talked about before. I said this might be terrible. And
it was really good.
She's like, I don't care. I'll eat it. It was good enough that you're taking it home.
You've never cooked Ken dinner?
No, Ken has cooked me dinner a lot.
You should cook him this.
No.
No.
You know, Ken has cooked me dinner a lot, though. Ken is, in the family, Ken's the cook. He said, wow, Ken, you're the cook. You love to cook. I'll try it, but I don't think Jen would eat it either.
Oh, cheers.
Jen would be like, Steve's cooking? No, thanks. I'll tell you right now, I don't have any cats.
What does that have to do with anything?
I have a rule.
Oh, okay.
I don't
eat
anything at potluck dinners because I don't know how many cats people have.
Right. I don't have cats.
My friend Michelle has cats.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
I will eat at her house because I know she does not let her cats
They don't
on
get up
stuff.
on the counter. Yeah.
Some people let their cats
run around on their food.
Ooh, speaking of that, I watched this stupid TikTok. I'm starting to be on Ken's side with this. I'm starting to hate TikTok. This lady was making her friend some paw print cookies, is what she called them.
Okay.
And when she put the cookie dough out on the pan, she took her dog's paw and pressed them in each of the cookies to make the paw print.
You know that's bullshit, right? Like, you know she's not making those for people. She's making it for content. That's because there's outrage to do it. Because people are
I was mad.
Of course you were, but you watched it. And you might have commented or like, you know.
It's for clicks. I get it. But still.
Yeah.
Man, that made me definitely not eating anything in somebody's house.
The fact that we're farming outrage from people is just, it's very strange. What a weird thing.
I love how these go off the wall so quick.
Me too. My
paw print cookies? Come on, lady.
Yeah.
All right. So this is actually,
it's not bad.
I think the other wine might have been good if it was chilled, but it wasn't cold at all. It was
room temp.
alcohol-y.
Yeah.
I went to a wine tasting with Ken.
I kind of remember you talking about that.
It was Ken and his wife and his wife's friend, and we went to this wine tasting thing, and I mean, you get like a palette, I don't know, it's 5 or 6 wines to taste. By the end of it, man, wine gets you drunk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We had a good time, though. I felt fancy that day.
It's sacrament, right? I mean, it's the...
Is that what it is?
You know.
This is the blood?
Yeah.
So what are we going to... We're going to get into Easter then. We might as well.
I think so, right?
All right. What you got?
What do I got?
Remember that? Was it my cousin Vinny, when he finally gets his girlfriend to come back in the courtroom? He said, so you took pictures of the tire prints? She's like, yeah, I did. So what'd you find out?
What do you got?
It's so funny. So we're going to talk about Easter because this is Easter Sunday. It's going to be coming out. And as we all know, I've celebrated Easter for 55 years now.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I didn't grow up in a religious household at all. Like, so we weren't atheists or whatever. We just didn't, religion wasn't part of anything for us. But I knew that for a lot of people, like Christmas and Easter were very religious holidays.
Right.
But for me, it's never been.
Right.
There's never been
Christmas
any
is presents and Easter is eggs
chocolate.
and candy.
Yeah. And a bunny forever for some reason.
Right. Well,
I have no idea why.
You know?
And so I think about that all the time. Like, what does this have to do with?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Okay, so let's dig into the themes of Easter first. Like the themes of Easter, renewal and rebirth, right? These are celebrations that symbolize new life and awakening of nature. So the egg makes sense for new life, and the bunnies make sense for springtime.
Because bunnies have a lot of
It's a
kids.
springtime celebration, and it's astrological because it always also, we'll get to that. But so renewal and rebirth is one of the themes. Fertility and growth, again, the egg, fertility, agriculture, the planting season. This is that time where things have thawed and life is returning to the planet. Light and darkness is another theme. Themes of light overcoming darkness, which is kind of the age-old story of all things, right? But light overcomes the darkness, bringing the rebirth and renewal,
This was such a long, horrible winter. I'm so
glad. It was, I'll be honest, like I got through this winter. I'm pretty proud of myself for how I sustained my outlook through this winter. I know. Community and family is another theme. It's the gathering. You're all coming out of the cold to return to each other. And so there's gatherings and community bondings and rituals and traditions. There's, unique customs and rituals. We color our Easter eggs. And
I want to get into that.
Yeah. Did you read about this?
No.
Why we do that? Okay. I read one thing kind of that I had never heard before that was pretty interesting about that. I'll see if I can find it. But and then also like spiritual reflection is another one of these themes. But resurrection also, this idea that, we can, or not we, but
right.
that there's this idea that there's a death and rebirth. Again, rebirth is one of those things. So then I don't know how far you wanted to get with the themes, but we could talk about then other gods across cultures that are associated with these themes.
I'd like to get into that, definitely. But let's start with the bunny and chocolate and eggs.
Oh, right. Okay, so...
What the bunny is because there's an old thing where, like, to tell, like, I don't know exactly what it is, but to tell if a girl was pregnant, like they'd have her like pee on a bunny or something.
A frog.
But if the bunny rabbit dies,
well, I don't know about
because a rabbit done died. It's in a.
There was a frog thing that they did.
Was a frog thing?
Remember. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look up the bunny rabbit died.
I don't know about the bunny, but so. This says the first connections between Easter and a bunny possibly can be traced to the 8th century Britain. I don't know how if I believe that or not, but according to this, this is, I'll tell you what this is. This is just it's a nothing article from Virginia Tech, an article that someone did at Virginia Tech. So it says, can be traced back to 8th century Britain when early Christians merged their religious customs with the celebrations of the goddess Ostre.
Okay.
Ostre was this is an Anglo-Saxon goddess that kind of emerged around did they call it Germanic? I guess a Germanic Anglo-Saxon goddess that emerged in and around like the 8th century where they're doing this, where they're sort of like, here, let me pull this up.
Can I tell you why you're pulling that up?
Yes.
The rabbit test was developed in 1931.
Okay.
involved injecting urine into a rabbit to test for pregnancy,
They did this with
which
frogs,
is mostly
too.
replaced by modern faster tests by 1970s. If the rabbit died, you weren't pregnant.
Interesting. It has something to do with the HCG hormone that we produce when we're pregnant. And I can't remember what the frog thing is. I don't know if they died, but they could, because they could reuse a frog for tests. So they didn't die. There was some other indicator, but I just heard about that recently.
Isn't that crazy though? Who the fuck thinks of things like this? What the fuck are you guys? These were doctors.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
In the 30s.
I have a feeling that after enough time has passed, there will be people who look back on this time and go, "What the fuck were these people thinking? These are doctors." So,
it's crazy. Hey, is that Good Cookie? What's up, Good Cookie?
Where's she at? Good Cookie. Steve. Hi.
What's the weirdest shit you've ever heard? The rabbit thing or the frog thing? What's up, Pickles?
They only use AI. Yeah.
Pickles is here. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Because that was in that. Who did that song? Can't Catch Me Because the Rabbit Done Died. That was pink is his favorite color. Going down in an elevator.
Oh, Steven Tyler.
Aerosmith. That's an
yeah.
Aerosmith song. Can't Catch Me Because the Rabbit Done Died. He's saying, You're about to make dinner. I already made dinner.
R. Kelly to the extreme.
Yeah. Well,
Injecting.
I mean, R. Kelly was just, the age was a little off. Everything else is fine.
Who does think of that, like.
Did you?
But, okay, what? So,
Sorry.
yes? Yes? No?
Did you ever see that Dave Chappelle, R.
I
Kelly?
just saw him, by the way. But anyway.
The Dave Chappelle, he did a skit on R. Kelly.
Oh, yes.
Where he's got like a hose out. And he's just hosing these
of
girls.
Course. Yes. I remember.
Chappelle is insane.
Show. I just saw him the other night. A friend of mine who will remain nameless sort of like snuck me in the side door at Funny Bone, and he was a surprise at the end
Funny Bone?
Yeah, he was a surprise. He just came on stage for the last 10 minutes at the end of Marlon Wayans' set, which, by the way, was like, I wasn't expecting, maybe I should, Marlon Wayans is comedy royalty. No, I get it, but like, it was a funny.
Killed it.
And it was heartfelt. He wrapped it around very nicely. Like he kind of wrapped it up. And then Dave came up, and it was neat. It was a neat little exchange.
Awesome.
But I got in for free. I just kind of like snuck in with
Dave don't usually do like Funny Bone and shit like that.
So he called, and only 3 employees knew of this.
Okay.
And I happened to know one of them, and they were like,
Didn't he open up a comedy club in Yellow Springs?
Yeah, I haven't been out
I've
there.
never been there yet.
Yeah, that'd be neat, but.
He has a big old farm out there. He owns acres of land in Yellow Springs.
Yeah.
During
Anyway.
COVID, no, sorry.
No, you go.
During COVID, Dave Chappelle invited hundreds of comedians out. They all camped out at his.
Yeah, it was like a camp.
Yeah, and he's got that river that runs through his land and shit. They went whitewater rafting and they went climbing the mountains because he's out there by the whatever that park is out there.
John Bryan.
He's out by John Bryan. So
Yeah.
I mean, the land, it's beautiful out there.
Yeah.
And I still to this day, that's been how long ago? 17 years ago, whatever. 20 years.
What has?
COVID? It was in 2020, right?
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Oh, it's not 2036. What the hell am I thinking?
The wine is taking effect. No.
You used to deliver FedEx to his house? Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But, yeah, comedians still talk about that trip. I mean, that was they loved it. It was like summer camp for adults.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
They had a great time out
That
there.
sounds fun.
But anyways.
We might circle back around to them when we start talking about creativity, because
Oh, yeah.
comedians fall into that category for sure.
Yeah.
Writing jokes.
I talk.
Oh, no, it's great.
So we're talking about the bunny, right? Or-
Yeah, so okay, so this I don't have a touch screen.
Uh-huh.
So the association of bunnies with spring comes from their reproductive abundance. They
have a lot of kids.
Yeah, making
Why didn't we
them-
just use rats or mice or something?
Well, symbols like the
we want
the
it to be
bunny's
cute.
cuter. Yeah, way cuter.
I think mice are cute.
They are, yeah. Making them a symbol of fertility. But how many, like at springtime, how many rats do you see running around?
Well, if you're in New York.
You see a ton of bunnies.
If you're in New York, you see a lot of rats.
I've already seen a ton of bunnies in my yard. Like,
Have you?
Yeah.
I got squirrels all over my...
Well, they're forever. They're always around.
Right. But in New York, you see a lot of rats.
Well.
No bunnies.
I mean, that's very regional. I would say, for the most part, there are bunnies.
New York is the disgusting shithole. That's all I'm saying.
I've never been there.
Me either. I won't go.
Oh, see, I never thought that I would want to visit like some of these big cities, and then I went to Chicago, and it was fucking amazing. I didn't think I could love a city.
Chicago's
like that.
one of the greatest cities in America.
It was so cool. I mean, this is gonna sound really stupid, but I kept feeling like I was in a movie, and I kept feeling like, and I don't even think this is where these movies are set. I think they're set in Philadelphia, but I kept feeling like I was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. You know, where it's like, and I was like, wow, this is so. Like,
I thought you were in Pretty Woman. Was that in Chicago?
I have no idea.
By the way, I'm going to shit on Pretty Woman real quick.
I don't care.
That's a terrible premise for a fucking movie, right?
I mean, yeah, it's not great.
There's no way she's a $20 streetwalker that looks. I mean, it's. I don't know. I haven't seen it. You're gonna find a diamond in a rough on the streets.
That's the thing. Is like just. It's just the.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a prostitute. I'm not saying anything about that.
It's kind
I'm just saying you're gonna find this woman that's flawless. You're not giving $20 hand jobs in an alley if you look like.
I'm really glad
Julia
that
Roberts.
Your one guest left. At this point.
I'm just saying, right? Yeah. Julia Roberts isn't giving $20 hand jobs in an alley.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I've been in that alley. They don't have most of her teeth.
No, Julia Roberts.
No, I looked for her. She wasn't there.
Steve's been in that. You went looking for Julia Roberts.
Yeah, she was not there. Let's get. Yeah, truck stop parking.
All right.
Hey, we don't talk about lot lizards on this podcast.
Listen. I know is that what they like to go by?
I don't think they care as long as you give them their money.
Well, you don't think, but
I've never talked to one. I don't know.
Sure.
See, I wish my camera was right here. More natural looking this way.
But it works because then you're looking, but you're looking. It looks like you're.
I know it looks like I'm looking at you, but I'm not.
Well, yeah, and then like. Delay.
Don't look at you.
This is neat.
This is too much.
No, I think it's cool.
We're never going to get through Easter.
We are. Here we go.
I talk too much.
Egg history. So bunnies.
Right.
They have a lot of babies. They have a lot of little bunnies. They symbolize Easter. They symbolize fertility, spring. I said Easter, but spring, fertility, those sort of things. But long before Christianity, these things were part of festivals celebrating the spring equinox, and they used bunnies and eggs as symbolism.
Way back then?
Yeah. Really? Yes, okay. Yes. And then so the Christians, when did Christianity come around then? So this is the first connections between Easter, in the Christian sense, and the bunny. This is what I was telling you, were possibly can be traced to the 8th century Britain, when early Christians merged their religious customs with the celebrations of the goddess Ostre, Eostre, which were being celebrated, by, I guess you would call them pagans, or they were having these pagan spring festivals in these, different places. And then as they went to spread Christianity, they merged some of the traditions of the people already in these areas with this new Christian.
Do you think they were calling themselves pagans back then, or do you think that that's a made up?
No, it's pagan. I believe, doesn't pagan just mean like
not Christian
hill folk? No, it means like country folk. I'm pretty sure that just meant like they kind of were seen as backward or whatever, but they were people who were living off the land and the cycles of nature, and they were seen as uncivilized because they weren't, pillaging and
right.
Like, well, I don't know, maybe they were, but I wasn't there. I don't know anything. I wasn't there, but
right. You don't have to.
But they were the ones that were being conquered.
Right.
their religions, their customs were being ostracized, but also adopted at the same time.
Well, yeah, it probably made it easier to feed people.
To assimilate
Yeah.
the people, yeah. So egg history. Eggs have a similar dual origin. It says, okay, this was interesting. Villager or rustic? Huh? I don't know what that means. Is that a...
I don't know what he's talking about
I don't
yet.
know what you mean.
He'll clarify.
Villager?
He's in the middle of banning people for trying to sell.
Oh, pagan. Oh, yeah. Villager or rustic. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So, but it gained a negative connotation. It was like, these people that are uncivilized because they're living off the nature's cycles and not, this man-made calendar that we decided or whatever, it was like these things. Eggs have a similar dual history. So for ancient Romans, eggs symbolized new life and fertility. It was customary to color them with vegetable dye and gift them to neighbors, friends, and loved ones to symbolize new beginnings, especially during the spring. Later, early Christians continued to think of eggs as representing fertility and abundance. And during
I wonder
Lent,
if it was pretty easily mixed the stuff back then. Like,
so this is an interesting part. So during Lent, Christians did not eat eggs as part of fasting. Instead, they preserved them and then dyed them special colors to distinguish them from fresher eggs. So when they broke their fast on Easter, they consumed the colorful eggs first because they were older.
really? Okay. But I wonder, so a lot of stuff like nowadays, like our government has these ideas and this is what they're doing. But the people, like, that live in the world, that's not in our forefront. Like, that's not. So I'm wondering, like, when we say Christians, is it like the Christian hierarchy had these ideas and shit, and then the people that were Christians, it probably was more strict back then than it is now. Like, it's really lax. Like, the people that are Christians that I know now will flip off a guy at a factory.
What's interesting,
a guy that calls himself a Christian will be in a factory flipping off.
For sure. Yeah. Well, what's really interesting to me about the idea of Christianity is that that's a really umbrella term. There are so many different forms and sects of Christianity that, like, and not only that, but if you look at, like, from what I understand, if you look at, like, the origins of Christianity, it started as different cults worshiping different gods, like Roman and Greek gods that, and they started in these mystery cults and basically the mystery cults, the idea behind them was to, if you look at life and death as a cycle, which we'll come back to that later, but if you look at life and death as a cycle, we only know one side to that cycle because we aren't aware of this side of it after death. You hear it called the other side and all of that stuff. So the mysteries were supposed to bring these people through rituals and rites to the knowing of what was on the other side through, some historians would say through drug use and like orgy situations.
Orgies.
Yeah, like the cult of Dionysus, for instance, that was all about wine and sex and, and that's how then they would come to know the mysteries, what was on the other side. So that's kind of how, like, it all started. But then those, like, I say that's how it all started. I am coming from, like, the smallest of this is my perception of what I've read or seen or
no one on this podcast is a fucking scholar on the subject.
I know, but I'm certainly, like, there's certainly things that I think that are probably way off base. But so that's what I mean when I say this is what I think, this is from what I've gathered.
On here, it's a safe space. We do not have to, because if I had to, every time I said something, clarify the fact that I don't know shit, I would spend more time saying I don't know shit than I would saying I don't know anything.
I really feel like I have to do that because sometimes I think when I talk, it comes out absolute.
Oh, I get what
and
you're
I
saying.
don't mean it that way. Because I'm like, oh, it's this, but I don't really mean.
Well, we're just having a conversation, and you're just schooling me.
So these mystery cults, they would follow, they would celebrate, they would have different rituals, different festivals, and that sort of thing. But all of these sort of, like a lot of them had similar themes around them.
The sun has been,
Jesus.
yeah, right. It's been the focal point of almost every religion. I don't know a lot about religion either, but what I do know is like almost all of them follow this basic story.
Yeah, there's basic symbols, and
it's mostly like the sun and winter,
astrological,
spring. I mean, all
cycles of the earth.
It's life and death.
If you think about it, it makes a lot of sense because that is what we had. That's what now we're very disconnected from those cycles.
Yeah.
And some would say that's
what I think. That's what I was kind of asking about the early Christians compared to us now. Mm-hmm. I feel like human beings now, and it could just be me and my family. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately. We had a family member die recently, and there's been a lot of different reactions to it.
Okay.
I feel like we're more disconnected from like religion and even humanity now. Back then, you didn't have. I think it was more like people. I was wondering because I wonder like were people as strict as like the church back then, but I do feel like they probably were because you hear horror stories like of how religious people treated like not only family members but strangers. Like if you were different, if you didn't think this way or whatever. Yeah. And I don't think it's as bad now. Like we don't. Maybe.
It's hard to say because
it's hard to separate the church from the people in the church.
Well, it's also hard to say because there are, according to some sources, we're approaching 9 billion fucking people on this planet. And so the things that happen in the name of religion, we don't get to know all of the things that happen. So I do still think that awful things happen in the name,
But as people... Maybe it's because I've never been connected to the church. Yeah. I've been to church. When I got married, I don't know how it was for you. I don't know how it is now, but when I got married, me and Melinda had to go to a church and talk to a pastor, and we had to be like schooled by him for three different times.
I had a Melchizedek priestess marry us outside, and she had like crystals and a copper pyramid.
Completely different experience. Me and Melinda, neither one go to church. We don't believe in this or nothing. He's like, I don't care. You have to go through this, or we won't marry you here. Mm-hmm. So we had to do what this preacher said, and I'm like, who are you? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you go home and kick your dog at night.
I was already giving up too much shit to the state getting married. I was not about to give up shit to the church.
How do we know you're a good person? Just because you're a pastor at a church doesn't mean you're a good person.
Well, no. I mean, people are flawed. And that's part of what I think, we won't get too deep into religion because I don't know what I'm talking about.
But we are already deeper into religion than I've ever been in my life.
But I do, Ariel talked about religion.
Yeah, she did.
And that was really interesting.
It was.
I really liked that.
It was a good conversation.
Yeah. I think that, and I really want to talk about this a little later because it might get into the last topic that I really want to talk about.
Okay, well, let's move from... So we figured out the bunny rabbit and the eggs. Mm-hmm. Where does chocolate come in? Because that's my favorite part of Easter.
Oh, that I don't know. Okay,
me either. I wanted to look that up.
That's not part of here. That's
not a tradition. Hershey brought it in.
I was going to say, if I had to guess, it was what I'm trying to say, not merchandising.
Consumerism?
Yeah, that's
what do we call it? What is it? Capitalism?
Yes. Marketing. It was a marketing scheme.
I've been watching a lot of Mad Men. I just finished it. Mm-hmm. Hershey's is a big part of that show. Like, it's just Hershey's like...
So did you see... I saw on the news this morning that like the son of the Reese's guy... Yeah, because they're not making real chocolate anymore. Well, there was like
3% of the chocolate was not chocolate. It was like some kind of coating they made. Yeah, so now
3%?
That's what the news reported. I mean, it could have been bigger than that because they didn't even hardly fight it. They were like, you're right.
They're like, it's different.
We'll make real chocolate again.
Yeah, we degraded the ingredients.
Yeah. I mean, what were they making it out of? So I feel like it's been plastic.
I feel like for wax or whatever it is. Yeah.
I feel like for a long time it's been, and people have been complaining about Reese's that's been starting to taste different. And a lot of the eggs and stuff.
Anyway.
I love Reese's Cups.
I don't like peanut butter and chocolate together.
If you ask Pickles right now, Reese's Cups tastes a lot different than the Reese eggs. The eggs just taste different.
So that's what ruined me on peanut butter and chocolate together. And I think we've talked about this before because I was probably like 6 or 7.
They do.
And I know, because the peanut butter inside of Reese's is more like gritty. And I can eat it if it's frozen. If it's frozen, it's fine. Like if it's frozen in something like this crunchy, fine. But I got really, really sick. I had I either ate too many or I was like 6 or 7.
Oh.
But I ate a bunch of those little chocolate peanut butter eggs at Easter. And
So Easter's a bad holiday.
I think I got the flu. I don't think I just ate too many. I think I actually had the flu plus on top of that. So I was very sick. And
how do you feel about being on camera by yourself for a minute?
that's fine.
All right. I'm about to put you on because I'm going to grab more wine.
Okay, yes, get us more wine.
That's just you right there.
More wine. It's just me. Hi, everybody. I learned that Steve doesn't like whispering, so I want to fuck with him in the edit.
Did you put it behind? Oh, you put it right next to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
That's
don't be
my
sorry.
fault.
You just wanted some camera time.
I just wanted it to be about me.
It is just about you. All right, so so now the Hershey's has vowed to start making their candy with real chocolate again. It's fucking crazy. That's like when they sued Taco Bell for not using real hamburger. They're like, it is real hamburger, but it's only 3% hamburger. The rest is oats and filler.
I don't know why we're shocked.
I don't
know why we're shocked.
I'm not shocked. Reese also, Hershey's also been sued. People have been trying to sue Hershey for a long time because they own the rights to all the water in that part of Pennsylvania. They own
Nestle
the water.
does that too.
Well, that's what I meant, Nestle.
Nestle, yeah.
But they own the fucking water.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you can't have any water out of our river. It's like, wait a minute. They're like, well, we got to make chocolate for people.
Well, we're gonna know what that one is. Sorry, my bad.
So we got the bunny, we got the eggs, we got chocolate now.
Chocolate. We talked about what we think anyway about it.
Are you gonna? What do they call that? Clarify or?
That's how I fucking talk, and you.
That's
know
how I roll, baby.
That's how I talk. It's just how I talk.
I know.
Well, you want to know why?
Because
lots of people. I've been having conversations with lots of people where they're like, "Oh, really? Like you know that for sure?" No, I don't know that for sure. Right. Let me clarify before you think that I'm just a know-it-all. Like I've gotten that a lot. Like, "Oh, you're a know-it-all." No, I'm just fucking interested. I'm not. I don't know shit. I don't know anything at all.
Okay, can we just put a blanket statement over this podcast right now?
Yes.
Neither one of us knows shit.
We don't know anything.
As a matter of fact, none of you know shit. You only know what you've been fucking told.
You know your own experience.
You only know what you read in a book or somebody said on YouTube. None of us know shit. Like right now, they're in a fucking rocket hurtling towards the moon.
Or
they say.
I knew you were going to do that.
I love the fucking pictures coming back though, and people are like, "That's AI. The Earth is flat." I'm like, "Bitch, it's a ball. You can fucking see it." Anyways, they're like, "How's come now you can see the stars?" They knew we were bitching about the stars. Now you can see the stars. I'm like, listen, they overexposed the picture. First of all, the original picture, you can't see anything. They had to leave the camera open so they could overexpose it because you can't take a picture of the Earth from the side the sun's shining on.
Yeah.
Because it's too bright.
Yeah.
So they had to take a picture from the dark side of the Earth.
Yeah. And
then they had to overexpose it, which let the light come in from the stars. And our cameras are better now than they used to be, guys.
Yeah.
And
it's.
I love it. I'm glad we're going back. I can't wait till they put people up there. I can't wait till the first baby is conceived on the moon.
Oh, man.
It's going to be weird because our bodies aren't built for that.
But like if you look at our patterns as humans, it is our pattern to do this. And if we look at things like...
To go have sex on the moon?
Well, okay. The fact that we are impregnating space in itself is symbolic of sex. Like, to the smallest down to the egg and the sperm. That is what... So the rocket is the phallus and the astronauts are the seed that are impregnating the egg, which is the planet or the moon. It's the same pattern from very small to very large. The macrocosm is the microcosm, as above, so below. Again, just what I'm like, this is the way it is. That's how I see it.
That's how it is,
that's
man.
That's.
But did you see that there was there's an asteroid that's been orbiting the sun its orbit. They think for around 15,000 years.
Okay.
And this last time that it came past, it came very close to the sun, and they noticed that it's only like not even a mile long, this asteroid. But it stopped spinning, and then when they could see it again, it's spinning again, but it's spinning the other way.
Okay.
So they're thinking that as it went close to the sun this time, it was so close that it kind of melted.
Flipped orbit somehow.
It melted the ice inside it, so it sprouted. It started spitting like steam out, and it propelled it the other way. So now it's spinning the other way. We have no idea about space.
We're guessing.
Everything.
We're guessing.
We don't know any of this shit. And I love that we're doing it.
We almost know about as much about the human body as we know about space.
We know almost as much about the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think we're learning creatures. We are seeking learning creatures. That's what we want to do.
We're not happy
to understand. And when people don't seek to understand and they dig their heels in and they say, I know it's this way and it's concrete in this way and you have to also believe it, that immediately turns me the other way.
I don't like it either.
Immediately. I'm like,
I don't like people that are so dug in on their beliefs that they can't even... Like I was like that though. I used to be like that a lot. So
it would probably frustrate you more because you understand.
I remember not even just hearing any kind of a dissenting opinion. I'm like, I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's changed in my life, but I'm starting. I actually wanted to put on Facebook the other day something to the effect of. I'm so against this war. I'm so anti what the fuck is going on that you're going to find me out in the fucking forest hugging a tree. I'm about to go hug a fucking tree.
I mean,
and in the old days though, that was an insult. That was something I would hurl up. Oh, hug a tree, you fucking, right. I said that to people. And now I'm ready to go fucking hug one, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck is going on? Anyways.
Yeah.
So.
No, the natural cycles.
But it's not supposed to be the natural cycle. As I was taught growing up.
According to who? And what were their motives?
I was taught,
when you start to
when you were young, you're a stupid and a liberal, and as you get older and smarter, you're a conservative.
Yeah.
And
also, labels suck because there's so much more nuance than that.
Because I'm not a. Anyways.
No, I mean they're designed.
You can't put a label on me.
They're designed to separate. They're completely designed to separate us.
Yeah.
Let's label everything, and you're this, and I'm that, and in that way, we're separate. It
is a way to divide us a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It puts us into groups that can oppose each other, which makes things for people above that who want to control so much easier.
I always thought that was a weird, I always felt like that argument was like a weird conspiracy type thing. Like, who's they? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
no,
we could get into
we're going that way because forever I felt like, shut up. I mean, this is the fucking system. Mm-hmm. This is what we're all in this.
This is what works. This is what's always worked.
Yeah. And then now I'm starting to go, wait a minute. Who are they? Because they are there.
Well, yeah. Well, when you start to learn that, and this is something we'll get into if we ever do get into it.
Just go.
The ideas like human motivation, and that has all been studied. And why has it been studied? Because we want to know where and how to apply it. And so there are people that know where and how to apply these things that what's going to motivate people to do what I want them to do. And, I want to know the psychology of a group mind and the individual so I know how to target both to benefit me. And those are the people who are doing that, the people who are, in many times powerful leaders, CEOs, those kind of people who are they are not even doing the legwork. They're hiring out people to figure out.
They don't even really have to do that now because there are people doing it for them.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
And
they just.
That's so weird because today I started watching a documentary called Inside the Manosphere. It's on Netflix.
Oh, fun.
And I want everybody that listens to this podcast to watch that because in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to do a podcast on that. So if you've already watched it, it'll be better.
That is a very absolute.
But the only thing I'm going to say, though, is that ties in exactly with what you're talking about because they talk about that. Like, they openly say I want to find out the psychology of
Yeah.
what these people are thinking, and then that way
Yeah.
I can get money from them.
Yeah.
And they all have said in this documentary, every one of them openly, I'm here. I want to make money off these people.
This used to be done in secret.
Yeah.
And it's not now, which
No.
I don't know if we should be thankful for or not, but
It doesn't matter.
For probably actually like centuries.
It's
been
called
done in
Inside
secret.
the Manosphere. It's on Netflix.
Inside the Manosphere.
And it's
Wow.
about these red pill guys.
Yes, who as much as I can tell, are very, very absolute in their speaking. Which
And this, they
only
are.
a Sith speaks in absolutes.
That's right.
Which is an absolute statement, by the way. So it starts with the word only. Like only a Sith.
is.
It's an absolute statement.
How can he say that then?
Well, is he telling on himself? It's a full circle thing,
Yeah.
right? Maybe we're both Sith and Jedi
Well,
at
that
the
whole
same time. I mean,
the
it
whole
is
premise of
the
that
Force.
is yin yang.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole.
The lightness and the dark, which also a theme of Easter.
You want to get back to Easter?
You want to get back to Easter?
We don't have to. We can
No,
move right
I
the
mean-
fuck on. We can start painting.
You want to? You want to start painting? Okay.
What's
but
the
before
premise
we-
of our painting? Okay.
Okay, so before we start painting, I have a list of themes that I just kind of one night just kind of was like, oh, I'm going to make this list of themes. So I made a list of themes. We're going to cut them up, put them in a hat, and we're going to choose out of the hat and see what kind of theme we're going to use for our painting. So the themes that I wrote down were love, war, consumerism, nature, cosmos, power, confidence, spirituality, survival, evolution, movement, unity, separation, corruption, balance, play, and fear.
Okay.
So we're going to cut them. I'm going to cut these up, and we're going to fold them up and put them into a hat.
Can I say that I think that no matter what I get, my painting's probably going to be what it was going to be.
That's fine. Oh, you have an idea in your head already?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, I think...
I thought I did before, as I've been thinking about this part a lot because you brought this up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't know how to paint. I don't know I don't paint. I'm not an artiste.
No. Okay. Let me
It's
say.
not going to look like Amanda's painting behind you.
No. Here's what I want to say about this whole process is I'm not an artist either, except for, yes, I am, and so are you, because there's not any real rules unless I'm not a trained artist. I'll say that. I'm not a trained artist. You're not a trained artist. That's not the point of art to me. In my opinion, the point of art is a release of creative expression, which I believe we all do possess.
Ooh, this is the creative conversation.
You sing when you're by yourself.
Oh, I sing karaoke every day.
That's a creative expression. You know, and I think that at least in my mind and in my inner world, I have all this creativity that's like running through me that is often not expressed outwardly in any way at all. It's just kind of, it goes in, it comes in and it just, that's where it remains or whatever.
Where does it dissipate?
Or dissipates or whatever, is some kind of energy exchange.
You make some
happens. I don't
garlic
really
Parmesan
know.
sauce.
Yeah. And
Well, that's what person who was in here earlier, who's no longer here, brought up, asked me a question. Why did I start streaming games and podcasting or whatever? And that's a question I think about all the time for myself. I still think about it. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still trying. But I've been thinking about that. Like I do that. I've been all my life really into some type of creativity, art or whatever. I've just never been good at anything. You know what I mean? Like I have no talents. You know, well, no, I'm saying like there's people that are great at fucking playing guitar. There's people that are great skateboarders. There's people that are great. Just fucking amazing.
Right, yeah.
I don't have any of that. But
Yeah,
I
same.
have the desire to do something. There's something in me. Like if I'm not doing, when I have downtimes where I'm not, like I've been in bands. I've tried to write books. I've gotten pretty deep into one book I was writing. I try to learn how to draw, I've always done something. And if I'm going through my down periods where I'm not doing anything, Like it feels bad. Like I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Like I can't say I need to do, but I do start going, man, I need to.
Yeah, it changes your mood and your outlook and all those things.
There's absolutely zero reason that I stream Rocket League on Twitch. There's zero reason I do these podcasts other than the fact.
Community.
Not even for that. I don't care. I mean, it's not for any of that stuff. It's because I need to do this. I don't know what it is. I need to. I hate I'm honest as fuck. I hate the way I can't stand looking at myself. I can't stand my stupid ass fucking voice. I can't stand half the opinions I have. I put them.
I think a lot of us feel that.
I put them out there every day. Yeah. Like when I first was in a band, like I used to try to sing, I was singing backups, try to or whatever. And then I would listen to myself in the recordings. I'm going,
I fucking
fuck that dude. The only thing, but that my band also backed that up because they would fucking
criticize.
Worse, Joselyn. They would tell the sound guy unplug my mic would be unplugged. I would have a mic in front of me on stage, but it would be unplugged. But it was great though because me and the singer couldn't harmonize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want me out there sounding like a cat screaming and him singing. But it's just that's the way it is. I don't know what it is. Like you've asked me, like the creative part of me. Like you're a creative too, and your husband Dean is a creative. Like
super. He has just creativity running through his veins. I think since he was a kid, like all of his.
He's a Hall of Fame wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of his. Well, he's in the. Obviously, yes. Yeah. Ohio.
It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. He has some following. He did what he aimed to do.
I was at a trivia at one of your trivias Monday at Inglewood B-Dubs, and some guy realized, I forget, I don't know how but he heard that your husband was Shark Boy.
Yeah.
And he flipped out. He was freaking, can I get this song? Like he was so excited. Like, Dean has fans.
He came up to me and was like, is this true? I thought there was something wrong. I thought there was some kind of concern happening, and I saw him talking. He came
out with a purpose.
A mission.
Yeah.
And I think that's so
I think it's awesome.
And Dean, he'll from time to time be like, just because it's, whatever.
No, because you can.
It's so cool. It's such a cool thing. And I'm like, you don't tell people, but I'm telling everybody.
There's never been a greater feeling I've ever had in my entire life than when our band's on stage and like we get done with a set and you're coming off stage and people are coming up, man, you guys are so, people just to praise. Nothing I will ever do will I ever get that again. You know what I mean? Streaming Rocket League, sometimes when people come in here and talk to me, like the guy I'm talking to from Norway, he's just really cool. And we get, that's close.
Yeah.
But he's not like, dude, I fuck, just no.
Yeah.
You're a badass.
Yeah.
People actually say that shit to me before in my life. And so it's just a different feeling.
Thanks, Steve, for wearing a shirt this time. Did you not wear a shirt last time?
You know what I should wear is that shirt I got from the shirt party.
Yeah, do it. You should do that.
Hey, you're welcome, man. I don't want to scare people away. I want people to come in. But even Brad, who Malibu is one of Crafty's great friends. Like he is a creator. Like he loves cars and he loves to work on there's just people there's something inside of all of us.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think the thing that shies us away from expressing that is the idea that we have to somehow technically be good at it. Yeah. That's not the same thing. Technically good at something is not the same thing as creative expression. It can go hand in hand, but I don't think it is necessarily the same thing. And I think that any way you want to express that doesn't hurt other people, obviously, is pretty rad. And I think we get...
I looked up something today. Go ahead.
We get pulled further and further away from our creative expression because I think it gives us power. It gives us confidence. It gives us voice. And I think that isn't a good model for any kind of control, which, let's face it, there's people in the world that want to control things, that think that they know best, or even if they don't think that they know best, they don't want to be, they just want to be on the top. So.
Right. When you told me this was going to be one of the topics we were going to talk about, I Googled this. What? I Googled what what is a word for people, for creatives that have no talent?
Oh, yeah.
What is that? And this is what AI has come up with for me.
Okay.
The first one, might be why people who want to express themselves artistically, but
They don't.
aren't good at it or whatever, don't.
Yeah.
Hack. That's the first one that comes up.
See, when I think of hack, I think of a grifter. I think of someone who...
A writer or artist who produces large amounts of unoriginal work for money.
Okay, that's different.
It is.
That's stealing other people's creative expression. And that is a problem.
Amateur.
There's a ton of that because it's not only hurting the people...
Derivative.
They're hurting themselves, which I don't think they realize. People
Pretentious. These are...
yeah.
Flash in the pan. No skill having ass.
Yeah, you're right. These are critiques of creative expression. Although there is a thing where people steal others' creative expression and try to pass it off as their own, and that is bullshit. Like,
it is bullshit, but it's also like
if you're going to frame it as though like it's like parody is different.
But no, if you look at like Twitch is a very creative platform where tons of people get on and they just play video games and they want people to come in and watch them play.
Yeah.
And if a guy has his stream set up like this, people start copying it. Like if you get popular, like they start, I'm doing this too. I'm doing this too.
As long as they're not taking total credit for that setup, that's not, that's right. Fine. They see that something works and, and we are inspired by each other, even in creativity. That's the one thing that I wanted to talk about too is what is that?
Do you want to try to paint? Whatever that one was, that's yours
see what
now.
I just did?
Yeah. Was that a category?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just
Can we pick
paper that I was fidgeting.
You're getting ready to say something very important.
Shot it into my wine.
And I want to pick
What was I going to say? What was I going to say?
Rewind it. Clip that, chat.
Playback.
We were talking about...
Oh, no. I don't remember.
Creative people.
Oh, I wanted to kind of like investigate the link.
Thanks, Brad.
Oh, yay.
4 months, dude. Nice.
Awesome.
Love
That's awesome. We love supporting
Appreciate you.
friends.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
B-Rad.
Do you remember that movie?
What movie?
It was a
Wait a minute.
bicycle. He was a BMX rider. His name was B-Rad.
I was probably too young.
You were young. This was early 80s, like 83, 84.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You probably weren't born yet.
I was -3.
Damn.
-2.
Well, you and Pickles and Cookie all the time tell me how old I am.
Nah.
No, it's funny. Like that was my heyday. The 80s were my day, and you guys weren't even born yet.
Me and Dean joke about that. He'll be like, remember this thing? And he'll tell me what year it came out. And I'll be like, oh, not really. I was like 4. My husband's 11 and a half years older than me. So we have a good age gap there, which makes us a good trivia team, actually.
You guys good at trivia, or you just like doing it?
I think we are good at trivia because we've done it a lot. Probably. Yeah. That's why I'm good at it anyway.
So you guys have built that business up from nothing, right?
Yes. Well, he used to work for somebody. That's kind of basically how he was trained in the format and how things were supposed to flow. And then he started writing his own games and went off on his own when I was pregnant with DJ. So 11 and a half, 12 years ago.
Brad, just talking about. He likes to put me on that place all the time. He's young too. He's Ken's age.
Oh, sorry. I was like lost in the chat.
He doesn't. Anyways, you built that up from him learning that through.
Yeah. And he's a huge personality. It's a joke that I actually make to people. And there's this old man Bruce at Harrigan's, and he's like, "What do you see in this guy?" Whatever. And I'm like, you know what it is? He has a really big personality.
Yeah.
And just Joe, like, it's a giant personality. But he does. He has a huge personality. Yeah. And, and he's funny, and that's the thing. But very creative.
That's what I got too. Like, I got a personality, and I'm funny.
Yeah, you are. So what I think the problem comes in and this is something that I did bring up when they did studies on creativity, because I wanted to see for me, the biggest problem with creativity is linking it to motivation and action.
Oh, yeah.
Is I have all this creativity in my brain, and then I'm like, but it's just, then I have to actually do something to express it.
Well,
You know, I have to write, or I have to paint, or I have to,
part of that though.
which I say I have to, but like, that's how it
Let's
feels.
pick our thing.
That's how it feels when it's like your schedule doesn't allow, and you've or people who turn their creative endeavors into their job. That's another.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Well,
hampering.
me and you have a lot of the same problem, and there might be some people that watch this podcast that don't believe in this shit, but we're both cancers.
Oh yeah.
And a big part of cancer. Pick yours. Oh, I picked yours.
No, we're doing the same theme, I think. Or do you want to do
is that
different
what you're
themes?
doing? Okay, no, that's fine.
What's our theme? Separation.
How did you guess?
Because I can see it through the.
Oh, I thought you could see from my face.
Oh, I should have been like, because I'm psychic.
I thought you could see on my face. Separation.
Separation. What did she say? That's why you marry someone that's able to put it together. You and Dean, me and Pickles. Aw, yeah. It's like it's a good balance, but I don't think marriage is necessarily necessary. Like it's But what I was getting at with the whole motivation to creativity thing is that there's a nuanced like balance. Like researchers, they used to say like intrinsic motivation, which comes from within you, is the most productive, is the most like this is the thing that's going to produce your creativity, or give you the outlet for creative expression or get you to that motivation. Is this intrinsic motivation? I want to do it, right? Because I want to express this. And then there's extrinsic, which is an external force telling you have to pump this out or whatever, right? So like for a long time they've really leaned on the idea that intrinsic motivation is the thing that actually produces the like the how do I want to it's like extrinsic motivation is more detrimental to the creative process.
Oh really?
But
yeah, I can see that.
But what they've found, which can be true, like a person who loves to paint and then suddenly they're mass producing pieces, it cheapens it for them. It takes a little bit of that motivation away. But what they also found is that it's more nuanced than that. That there is, because for me, I thought my motivation when it comes to creative expression often depends on other people. It depends on other people telling me they expect something of me, or like not expect something of me, but would love to see an expression from me. And that is sometimes the motivation that I need to do it. And I think your cousin, my dear friend Mandy, can relate to this, because when we, in our very early days of friendship, she told me that she loved to paint, and I had seen paintings on her walls at home, and like, but she said she didn't do it anymore. And I was like, oh, why? Like that's, she's like, I just don't know what to paint. Like I have this like desire to paint, but there's a block. And so I gave her an assignment as an extrinsic motivator, which I didn't realize that was what it was happening at the time, but I gave her this, assignment, and she painted the most beautiful picture. I just said, paint me, like not a portrait, but like a symbolic, representation of how you view me. And, and she not only painted a picture, she wrote a poem. So this creativity started flowing out of her because she had it intrinsically, but there was something blocking that needed that extra. So researchers, or like, but muse, that's a whole different other concept that is very interesting to talk about. I think you should talk to my mom about the
muse part.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about like motivation and stuff like that, like I said, like I've always had this stuff in me. So for a long time, as soon as I could, I started buying like podcast equipment and stuff like this. This isn't my first podcast. Like I've been through this a couple times.
Right.
But this time I have all the equipment, I have all the shit. And I had been talking about wanting to do it for a long time. but I had zero motivation at all.
To get it started.
And then Ken Crafty was like, well, I've had people like you and Pickles and Cookie have wanted me to do this, been saying do it. But then Ken one day was like, hey, Jen's out of town this weekend.
We're doing this.
We're doing a podcast, right? And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now I got to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know is that intrinsic or whatever? Is that?
Well, it would be your desire to do it would be the intrinsic motivation, but that wasn't getting you to it, right?
No, it
yeah.
wasn't.
So it was the
So I'm just sitting there.
It was the expectation of someone outside of you.
I have that shit all the time. Like I have all this stuff in my head. Like I have stuff in my head all the time. I want to write. I love playing music. I love fucking creating things. Zero motivation to do it.
Yeah.
It's the cancer. I always blame it on cancer because the thing with cancers is like daydreamers, always dreaming of doing, but never.
No action.
No action. Like I
can totally relate to that.
come up with a plan and shit, but I'm not going to put it together. Somebody else can put it together.
But doesn't it
but
feel
also
so
put almost
fulfilling
lazy
when you do? Like it's like.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe in laziness, and
No?
I know I'll probably get a lot of hate for that. No,
Yes.
I really,
Hater.
I'm not sure I believe in laziness. I think laziness.
Can we come out with some Joselyn Haterade?
Laziness is another one of those things that really benefits the.
Lazy?
No. The idea of laziness really, really benefits those in power and the capitalistic force to go and do and grind and hustle and that kind of shit. Yeah. I'm not sure I really believe in that. I think a lot of perceived laziness is possibly depression.
We need downtime.
Yeah, we do need downtime. We need leisure time. We don't have leisure time like people used to have leisure time. And all of the people who used to have leisure time came up with the concept of laziness. Like, we don't get to have the leisure time that you had in a lot of, that is important.
And
it's important for the outlook on life. It's important for morale and creativity and productivity. And
when you go through down spells though, like, cause there are times where I just would, even though like I'm not streaming for money or anything like that. I have 48 followers, 49 followers, 11 subs or whatever. You know, I mean, I'm not doing it for, right? I mean, I appreciate all of them, but I mean, I'm not doing it for money or whatever. So every day I know I'm supposed to go on at 5:00 and there are days I don't want to go off the fucking couch. I'm like, I got to go fucking play Rocket League for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And try to talk to nobody who's going to be there. Cause sometimes it's Pickles and Cookie and Malibu and Resident, but sometimes it's just me.
Nobody. Yeah.
And
my brother has his chats like turned off. I was on there spamming his chat one day and he had no idea.
He doesn't have a camera either. I watch
really? Oh yeah.
I watch his streams too. Well, sometimes he has it on, sometimes he don't.
Yeah, he does not care. He's like, I'm just
he's just doing it for him.
Fucking game.
Yeah.
And he is. He's good.
But there's something you go through. Like, first of all, I work 50 hours a week. I work, and I know that I don't work. I don't dig ditches or whatever. I get that. But I come home. I get home about 3:30. Yeah. I get an hour and a half, and then I got to go on stream.
Yeah.
And there's people that are like, "You're just playing video games, dude.
No,
You're just fucking streaming." I get it. I could.
No, but it's still an expectation to.
But that I'm putting on myself. I'm putting it on myself. Right. Pickles and Malibu and Cookie, they wouldn't be upset if I didn't stream. They wouldn't even care.
Right.
They might ask me like, "What happened?" or whatever.
Where were you at? Yeah.
But they ain't like it's gonna. So there's the only expectation is the one I'm putting on myself. So I'm just saying though, when you go through those periods where you're like, I don't want to be creative right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the extrinsic forces are there saying, do it. It does take away from the creativity. Work is work. Doesn't matter what you do. Oh, who's that? Rachel?
Good Cookie? Yeah, it's Rachel. I love that name, by the way. Good Cookie.
2/3 of camp.
I don't know if she's saying 2/3 of camp is lazy, or 2/3 of camp are creatives, or 2/3 of camps.
Probably right on all counts. 2/3 of the time I'm lazy. I'm the lazy part.
At camp? I ain't never seen you be lazy at camp.
I do be moving.
Yeah.
I do be
Sometimes I'm like, fuck, she's working. I got to do something.
You too, though.
Well, sometimes I look over and you're working. I'm like, oh shit, I got to do something.
No, I don't want that. I don't like that. Two-thirds of camp are cancers. Yeah.
That might be true.
I mean, yeah, we seem to congregate together. That is one supposed astrological sign that gets along with itself.
Yeah, because most signs don't like
Cancer.
That's not that they don't like. Yeah, nobody likes cancer. I see signs all over the place. Fuck cancer. I'm like, God damn.
Well, yeah.
What'd I do? But no, other signs like Scorpios and shit, they're not compatible with Scorpios. So that's not going to be their partner.
Right.
Cancers aren't like that. They can.
Yeah, we're fluid.
Yeah.
We're fluid, yeah.
Gender fluid.
I feel
all the fluids.
Fluid. Yeah.
Wine fluid. Are we gonna get a canvas?
Let's get paint fluid.
We're gonna be. Oh, we have to pick 5. You're picking 5 colors for me.
I'm picking 5 colors for Steve's palette, and he's picking 5 colors for my palette. They can overlap, right? Yeah, I mean, yes. There's a lot of there can be different shades of the same color or whatever.
So I'm just gonna grab 5 for you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know those bottles. You're intimate with those bottles. Every one of those bottles you've had. What?
Nothing.
I mean, you know the bottles. You know the paints. I've never done this.
Yeah. No, that's
so I'm just going to grab 5 of these, and these are going to be your 5.
Okay.
So I want to do a green.
Yeah.
Is this a green?
It's green. Yeah. It's good.
Is that like a peach or like a vibrant orange?
Or Cancer Leo. Yeah, my grandbaby's the Leo. She's August 1st. I don't know any Leos, really. I mean, I don't know a lot of Leos.
These are your 5s.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, you'll have to get up if you want me to.
We'll do this. We can do this. We got 2 reds, an orange, a green, and a purple.
2 reds?
We do.
I didn't mean to do that.
We have we have 2 reds.
What's this?
That's brown. Yeah, we have a brown, a red, a purple, an orange, and a green.
Just kidding.
I can work with this.
Okay.
I can work with this. Okay, I'm getting yours.
Oh, you're going to grab it?
Oh. Yes.
All right, so the creativity part of life, I think everybody has it though, right? Everybody fucking has something in them where they, like, Good Cookie's obsessed with puzzles. Like, that's her thing. Like, she likes to do puzzles. Pickles, gaming. I mean, there's probably other creatives. Oh, she likes to cook. Crafty is, he loves, I don't know, sports is it?
Black.
Like if you play golf and shit like that, is that creativity? Or is that just hobby?
I think that's more technical.
Where do you separate?
There's talent
Oh,
still involved.
Talent. He's very talented.
Yeah. Talent,
but he's not creative at all. Crafty is the least creative person I've ever.
You know what? I think there's creativity in sports for sure.
He's probably not here anymore, but that's fun.
I'm not super versed in sports. Besides, my husband is a big sports fan.
Okay,
but
so I got a yellow.
I do think there's creativity in sports.
A baby blue.
Yeah, you get a yellow and a baby blue.
A black.
A black.
I don't know.
That's like teal.
Pink. Green. Reddish yellow.
Mauve.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. What's it called?
It's called Craft Smart acrylic paint.
No. The name of the color is Pink Blossom. You get Pink Blossom.
I knew it was pink. Did you try to tell me it was
I
mauve?
got Hunter Green. I got Black Light Neon Orange, which these are a little bit thinner.
And do you want to just have your canvas?
Yeah.
Or you want it on this?
Yeah. Yeah, we can put it on here. I might move my mic a little. Will my mic still pick me up if I'm like this?
Am I your mic?
Right here. Will it still pick me
but
up?
I'm your mic too, right?
You're my mic? Oh yeah, your name's Mike. I always forget that's your name. Thank you. And then we have all the brushes here. Okay, so I have a hunter green, I have a neon orange, I have a petunia purple, I have a red, basic red, and then I have a, what's this called? Chestnut. Okay.
I just have yellow, baby blue.
These are
the
my
yellow and
colors.
the baby blue are very awesome.
These are my colors that Steve picked for me.
I'm not good at showing people my colors. I hide my colors. My colors are my colors.
I'll show people your colors.
No, your true colors.
That's not for me to do.
True colors. That's Cyndi Lauper, by the way. If you don't love Cyndi Lauper, you can get out of here right now. Get out of my chat.
Bye, Felicia.
If you don't love Cyndi Lauper. Oh, this one's.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so some of these are kind of old. So
She's talking about me.
If they're not pouring, if it's not pouring right. Is this thing following me? I don't like that.
Your camera? Yeah.
Oh no, I don't like that.
You weren't supposed to get up. You said I'm not going to get up the whole podcast.
I'm not getting up.
So I had to separate this blue and that blue.
You need paper towels.
Okay, I'll get paper towels.
Okay.
And from now on, if you need anything, just let me know. Okay. Well, before the podcast started, she said, I'm not getting up at all.
I don't want to get up.
And then she's gotten up several times now.
Have I? I thought I only got up once.
Okay, once. Anyways.
Okay.
So, I don't know if Ken's still in here or not.
Oh, no. See, that's an example of one of the ones that had like...
Did it squirt on you?
Yeah, you have to shake them.
Mm-hmm. And then it squirts?
They come out like Wendy. Yeah. It was like a... Like
Women never get my sexual
innuendos. No, I got
innuendos.
it. No, I got it.
My sexual innuendos are so...
I got it. We've heard all of them.
Oh, is that what it is? We're bored with your shit, Steve.
Bored with your shit.
Hey, ask my kids. Anytime I go to a restaurant, these fucking waitresses like, oh my God, another fucking dad joke. Here we go. You know, I mean, that's just me. And my kids are like, Dad, just leave the lady alone.
Stop it.
I'm not flirting, though. I promise I'm not flirting with her.
Right.
I'm just fucking trying to be funny. I get 5 minutes with you. I'm going to be there an hour. I get to spend 5 minutes with you. I'm going to try to tell you some jokes.
Okay, but... Yeah, but...
And I do, honestly, I will say, I know this isn't the first time you've heard this one.
What?
When I'm giving the dad jokes to the waitress, I let them know that I know this isn't the first time you've heard it.
Right.
It's a fucking spoon joke. You've heard this 1,000 times. You're a fucking waitress.
Server.
Waiter?
Server.
How's server better?
All right.
That's like the homeless thing. I'm so sick of this unhoused shit. What the fuck does that mean? You're homeless. It doesn't. Maybe homeless has a bad connotation or something.
What if you consider your street the home? The streets are your home. You're not.
But
homeless.
you're not unhoused.
You're houseless.
That's ridiculous. Because I'm houseless. I'm unhoused myself. I live in an apartment.
I don't know. For me, it's like
stupid.
I get it. Okay, I get it. Like I agree that like maybe it's stupid to be offended by certain things, but also I've never been homeless, and so I can't say what's offensive.
I guarantee you, homeless people were like, "That's offensive to us." There was some woman in college somewhere that was like, "That sounds bad." Well, do you think unhoused sounds better? It doesn't sound better. It means that's like saying I got syphilis or I got the fucking clap. It's the same thing.
I don't know, but we can also agree that there are times in history where language has changed and probably for the better.
But unhoused is not for the better.
I mean,
I
don't know.
Listen, we don't speak in absolutes here, but I am a Sith on this one. It's not fucking better.
Yeah, I don't know. Better.
It's stupid. That's like saying, no, I'm not gay. I'm vaginaless.
But people with vaginas can be gay.
Well, we're talking about men here.
Oh, okay.
This is a man podcast.
Okay. Oh, my bad. All right.
So how do we know? Okay. I'm going to have to mentally come up with what the fuck separation is in my head.
Yeah.
And then I have to paint it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Joselyn.
Well, I've never heard you say that before.
Because I don't. No, this is the creativity part of me. It's in there, but it comes out like when I type, I fat finger. Like I have no skills. Okay, like I will type the S, the T, and the R all at the same time. Like I fucking You know what I mean? Like I have no. I heard somebody say the other day that it was actually a leader of another country that said Trump is the only elephant that drags around his own china shop with him everywhere he goes, and I think that's fucking amazing. But
like a bull. A bull in a china shop. Or an elephant in a china shop?
He said elephant. He's from another country.
Okay.
They don't.
Yeah, okay. The expression that I know is bull. But
me too.
Yeah,
but he still said Trump is the only elephant he knows that drags around his own china shop with him. And I was like,
I'm going to fucking wreck everything and show you all.
And then I'm going to be like, how come you guys aren't cleaning up my mess? But that's me. I am a bull in my china shop everywhere I go. Amanda is another person I know.
I love it. I fucking love
She
her.
is a tornado, right?
That's what I was called tornado all through my growing up, all through my, that was because I would come into a room and you could tell I'd fucking been there. Like,
well, you're a beautiful disaster. Amanda's a beautiful disaster. Like, I am a disaster.
Come on.
I'm just saying, like.
You're actually quite organized, I think.
A bull in a china shop. I'm an elephant. I like it. I like the elephant in the china. Me and Trump are the same guy.
I mean, if we all look deep enough within, we're all kind of the same guy, if you know what I'm saying. But
listen, Pickles, don't leave because I said that.
No, because we don't mean we're in alignment or agreement, for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
Okay, I'm going to start this.
So separation, man.
Yeah. You gave me a fucking neon color.
I didn't mean to. Oh, yeah, the orange. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to start with, actually.
So while we're painting, we have to talk, though. We can't be quiet.
Yeah, we can talk and paint. That's me and Amanda used to do this all the time. Me and Amanda and Mom, we would paint and drink wine. This is a whole market, by the way. The sip and paint. Yes. You can book parties where you sip wine and paint.
And okay, we were talking about something earlier. You had a great idea. I won't give it out on the podcast. Oh. But you were talking about you don't want to capitalize on anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
So sipping wine, though, if somebody come up with the idea of sipping wine and painting, and they sell these parties or whatever to people, and they bring all the materials, right?
They bring the materials. They provide a template. So, like, there's a certain picture you're painting. Okay,
so this is going to be. This is not a gotcha question or anything like that.
Yeah.
But with your own idea that you had earlier, you were talking about how you would never want to capitalize on it or whatever. You just want people to have it, and you know, what I mean, But why? Well, why are you? You're a consumer.
Well, for one thing, it wasn't my idea.
You don't know that.
It's not an idea.
Somebody else might have came up with it before, but you didn't know that.
I stumbled upon it. It's not a creative idea.
It is.
Well, okay. So I was playing with letters that exist. I didn't create the letters. I didn't create the words. I was playing with letters and words that exist, and they created an image, a form, when put together in a specific way.
Right.
And I've never seen it before, and I've looked into it, and as far as I know, it's not. But that doesn't make me feel entitled to owning it, because it isn't.
Okay. Well, I'm sure not.
Plus, what is the purpose? So I can make a bunch of bucks, and
no, it's so you can get it out there.
But I can get it out there without doing that. I can share it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's the difference?
I can share it right now on the podcast. No. Why?
Because I already copyrighted it while you weren't looking.
That's the thing that I don't want to happen, is someone to go, this is mine, and now I'm going to covet it and sell it, because it's possible to do that with it, I think.
Right, definitely.
But I don't think that it's...
Well, my question, though, isn't really about your idea. I mean, that was the setup for it. But the question is, though, then what's the difference, though, within these painting party people?
Yeah.
Had this, they're definitely not the first ones to come up with it, so it's not theirs, but they're capitalizing on it.
Well,
they want to bring joy to people.
They're providing an experience.
A service, right?
They're providing an experience. I'm providing that with massage. I'm providing an experience and some benefits, but I didn't come up with massage.
Right.
But it's still something. But this is different. This is
not though. I think you're looking at it wrong.
I'm not capitalizing off massage either. By the way, in a way, I am, because I use it to support myself. But I'm not using massage as a means to worship capitalism.
But your idea is not worshiping capitalism. Your idea would
if I slap it on a bunch of fucking shirts and put them in Target, it kind of is. Target is, the name of it says it all. You are the target. We're targeting you.
They have great popcorn and pretzels.
Sure.
Did you know we're building a Buc-ee's?
Wasn't there already? Isn't there one in Huber?
No. There's
That's
no
where
Buc-ee's ever. They're building it. It's right up there, 70 and Route 4.
Yeah.
It's kind of Huber, but.
I've been to one.
Where?
On the, where was I? We're on our way somewhere. Stopped at a Buc-ee's. Yeah, I get it. I don't know.
I love it. I've never been to one.
Do you know what I love that, like, I think is kind of dying and turning into these giant gas stations? Flea markets. Flea markets have the same vibe to me, where it's like...
There used to be a great flea market in the traffic circle. You know where traffic circle is? Dixie? You probably... well, anyways, there used to be a strip club there, too. Mm-hmm. What was it? Living room.
The Dixie Strip. Oh, yeah, okay.
But there's there was a... what'd you call it? Garage sale?
Garage sale. Flea market.
Flea market. Yeah. There was a flea market there forever. But it started, to me, it started turning into like just a fucking, I got some junk, do you want to buy it place?
The thing I like about the flea market scene is the treasure hunting vibe. Like, you don't have to, like, buying junk is, whatever. Like, sometimes people have junk you might want. Or not, but just to look through it is fun. And then people like slinging food that they're making from their truck, and it's like good. And you know me, I love food. Like it's hard to find a
even
food
if it's
I
not
don't
good.
like. It's pretty hard to find a food I don't like because
that's why I'm gonna have to make my chicken dish for Ken so I can get an opinion of somebody who's very critical of food.
Yeah, make it for him. I would say
he's so critical of food.
I would say leave it on the heat less at the end and have like a thinner sauce but
man, it was so thick, like it started sticking to your ribs. Like, I'm not making a German casserole, dude. What are you doing?
So good. You know what? It would also be really good with like salmon. If you like salmon rather than like chicken, any kind of like a light fish would pair well with it. Like,
okay, there was a puzzle today on Facebook, and it was started with the letter F, and it was 4 words. And I thought the caption said, put any word in here that's nasty.
Nasty?
And I put fish. Oh. And then I looked at the caption and said, don't use any word.
No nasty words.
And I'm like, well, I guess fish still works.
On who you are.
But to me,
nasty. What would be a word associated with nasty to me? Like,
it started with the letter F. It was 4-letter word.
The letter F, nasty, and starts with the letter F. Farts. Mm-hmm.
Some people sell those in jars.
I mean, capitalism is king.
Some people in this audience sell those in jars.
Some people.
Mm-hmm. If you want to know where, DM me. I'll let you know.
If you're interested.
DM me. I'll let you know where you can buy some farts, boys. They're not mine. You'll be fine. So to me...
How do you know, though?
That they're not mine?
Yeah.
There's a guarantee on the box where they came from.
Okay. Just kidding.
They're not my mason jars, okay? I mean, maybe... That's like... there was a... I don't know if you might be too young for this, but there used to be... Like at nighttime when television would be getting ready to sign off or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was actually after that. It was
when
cable.
Television would be getting ready to sign off. That doesn't happen anymore.
You don't know? No.
No.
There used to be like numbers you could call, like to have talk sex with women or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, after that, when cell phones started coming around, and text messaging started happening on cell phones, you could actually text the number, and you would have girls. There was advertisements on TV for girls to text you sexy stuff.
Yeah, Evangeline Lilly was on one of those. You know who that is?
No.
Evangeline Lilly? Oh, you would if you saw her, I bet.
From day one, I immediately knew that that's some fucking fat dude in his mom's basement texting you. That's not a girl. That's not a fucking girl.
It wouldn't have to be, would it? It would just have to be someone who knows what to say. And who knows what to say better than a man? Who knows exactly what men are fantasizing about? Although I would say you guys are not really that hard to figure out, but
I've actually heard that about a lot of things, so I'm not going there.
Well,
Men knew what men like, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know how this has turned into what I'm making.
I can't wait to see it.
Sad.
Oh,
Did you dip it in your wine?
no. I might have.
Don't drink it.
It's just a tiny.
I can
All
get you
right,
another
will
wine
you
glass.
Okay. I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was either going to drink my paint water because I also have a glass of water here. This is clear glass of water, but instead I dipped my paintbrush in my wine glass, so because it was right next to me. I knew some tomfoolery was going to happen. Oh, I don't have. There's no more. There's still paint in there.
There's still paint in there?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't. There's no more wine anyway.
There's another bottle. Do you want me to go get that bottle?
I'll just sit here.
I'll get the bottle. So
I think it's non-toxic. Oh, the acrylic paint. It might be. I've put it all over my face before. I've done like face mask paint things, but I don't think I've ever drank it.
now this is the bottle of wine you were scared of.
I'm not scared of it. I just know it's going to be very dark. It's going to be very dry. It's right here.
Okay. All right, so you seem to be using your entire canvas
Yeah, but
for your creativity.
you don't have to.
My creativity is very tight, and it's supposed to
Yeah.
be separation.
Okay.
So I'm struggling with the premise, but it's still in here, and we're not close to done yet.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Okay, so we've talked about a couple things,
Yeah.
and we have a couple other things that we want to discuss, right?
If we can get.
And I derail the conversations all the time. Crafty said that's
in are we?
an hour and 41.
Damn, really? How's it been so far?
It says right there. Oh, that's a great sound. Is that why people drink wine, for that sound?
Yes.
It's part of it, right? Is it part of the experience?
I mean, yeah.
Champagne, when they do that and it pops and it fizzes out, people love that part.
Yeah.
I've drank champagne a couple times. It's like fuzzy
Fuzzy?
wine or
Sparkling.
something, right? It's like
Fuzzy wine. I like that. Fuzzy wine. Yeah, it's fuzzy wine.
So let me kill this real quick so I can get some of that.
We're gonna try it. This one is same apothic. Mommy, I think you bought these.
Yeah, this was
Dark-
supposed to be Amanda's birthday present, and we're
Dark
drinking it.
Bold blend.
Her birthday party was, when did we have that? When I first moved
Not
in?
sponsored.
It was like October, right? When I
Yeah,
first
it's
moved in.
October. Yeah, that's when her.
These have
birthday
been in my refrigerator since then.
was a fun time.
That was a great night. Now,
I haven't drank this much wine in a long time.
you going to be okay?
Yeah,
I don't think you are. You've already dipped your paintbrush in your
Okay to
wine. Yeah, vape. Vape's fine on. It's okay. It's as long as it's not drugs, we're good.
No drugs. Well, nicotine's a drug.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
Did you see that Ohio is now going after marijuana, even though we voted it in illegally?
Yeah, nicotine is a far more detrimental drug.
I think alcohol is too. I don't understand the war on marijuana is so weird to me. My entire life,
Yeah.
okay, that's another thing. Watching this Mad Men, it's during the '60s, and that was one of the guys was watching that. What was that Reefer Madness video that it was the government put out? That was a propaganda video against.
Well, yeah, there's a smear campaign. There's a couple reasons for that too, and a couple reasons I think that alcohol and tobacco or nicotine can be marketed because there can be additives, and additives can have proprietary blends that can be patented or whatever, whatever the thing is, patented, I guess. And marijuana it's a seed that's grown, which so is nicotine, and additives are something that I'm sure
They barely started. That's when they made it legal. Is when they started figuring out, hey, we can put out different strains of this and make money off this.
Well,
and
strains
that.
are different than additives, but like
Well,
the
you know what I
vaping,
mean.
the whole vaping thing, there's additives you can put in that. There's probably there's money to be made. so that they're now turning to like, okay, we can make this legal. But one of the things also was that hemp itself makes a mold resistant, one of the strongest ropes known to man. You can tell that I'm like,
don't they make clothes and stuff out of hemp too?
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah, but all of that was kind of coming to light around the time that DuPont was creating nylon. And nylon needed to be marketed, patented, all of those things. Even though it's more toxic to make, it's terrible for the environment. It's all of these things, but the money, the revenue that came in, and then in order to, you had to take out the competition that
So if
you
they
can
had
make
thought,
these
if they had
ropes
started with, what did you call it? Who was the company?
DuPont.
DuPont. If DuPont had started with hemp, then they would be anti-nylon.
Well, they created.
in their mind.
Nylon,
but
in their
mind, right? But in their mind, like
hemp is grown. Hemp can't be like created in a lab, whereas nylon is.
Right. But what I'm saying is the theory of it. Like in the theory, like these big corporations. I hate bringing up Mad Men again, but that's the theme of this podcast. We're calling this podcast Mad Men.
Mad Men.
I'm kidding, but
that's fine.
Dow Chemical is a big part of that show, and they're having a lot of problems because during the Vietnam War, Dow Chemical made like napalm. They were the big creators of this chemical that they used to kill a massive amount of people at a time in war. But Dow Chemical also made paint and all kinds of things that you still use in your household. So they have a big dilemma in the show where they're trying to, as advertisement people, separate the horrible part of Dow Chemical from the household part that they want women to go and buy products. Most advertisement in this show, anyways, I don't know how real this show is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But advertisement, it seems to be because the woman was the one that went to the store all the time.
Yes.
Advertisement was
geared towards
women
sure.
all the time.
That's for sure true. When I was for a brief stint.
The show's great, by the way.
For a brief stint that I was in college that I thought I might want to do some sort of business. I don't know what I thought I was doing, but I took sociology, and that was so fascinating. And we delved into advertising and specifically subliminal advertising. And one of the things that, so Freud, for all his debunked and dumb's not the word, but he had certain obsessions that he sort of postulated all of humanity had. I'm not sure, a lot of that's been kind of discredited, but one of the things he said...
Did you want to have sex with your mom?
No. Are you... Me?
It's a Freud thing.
No,
I'm just saying.
I know. So, sorry, Mom.
Sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
No, but one of the things that he said is that the human mind is always busy repressing two things, and that's sex and death, because they represent creation and destruction, which are the themes of all of life, creation and destruction. And so they use this knowledge to create advertising, to subliminally inject symbols of death or sex. So when they would advertise, it was like Revlon or something, I was shown this ad that was this woman with a compact mirror, holding a compact mirror, looking in the compact mirror at her face. It was an ad for makeup, and her face was in focus, and the back of the compact was out of focus, but in the foreground. But if you would bring, and it was sort of blurry, but there was some sort of design on it. But if you would bring that into focus, it was a skull, which represented death. She was looking at her own mortality. And so she needed makeup to cover it up. And so it gives us this motivation.
I look at that every fucking morning in the mirror.
Well, and that's what they're targeting. For, go buy this product because it's going to stop your ultimate demise. It's going to stop it's going to stop the natural processes. If you get this thing, if you just get this wrinkle cream, if you just get this...
I have neck cream.
Yeah, of course. We all do.
No, all of us.
No,
most men don't have that.
I don't know about that, but
Amazon brought it right to my house.
And now, oh my gosh, and now they have perfectly tailored like ads and algorithm. The algorithm is the thing now, and it will tell you exactly.
And somehow I want my algorithm thinks I want big titted trans girls.
Well,
I don't know why it thinks that.
That's maybe something to investigate on your own.
I don't know why it thinks that. Anyway.
Welcome to More Donut. These are our topics. I'm not supposed to be.
You're not supposed to look at
That's
mine.
amazing.
Huh? You're not supposed to look at me.
I was not supposed to, but I did. And I was waiting for mine to dry because I thought I was going to do something cool, but I'm not sure.
So, yeah. Anyways, I don't know how we got sidetracked on Mad Men. I do know how because I'm obsessed. I've watched the whole fucking thing, and I actually have tried to start watching other shows again. Like, I have 5 shows in my rotation.
Okay.
It's just weird. It's weird. There's actually a mental disease that I have. I've looked. That says that I'm the R word. We're not allowed to say it anymore.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because I watch the same shows over and over again. Like I have a need for familiarity and comfort. Like it's a comfort thing. You know what I mean? They say if somebody watches the same shows over and over, like I would rather watch an old show than watch something new.
It's the same thing with safe foods, right?
Yeah. But it's Sopranos, The Wire, Mad Men.
Yeah.
There's just
I have movies. I have comfort movies.
Every New Year's, what do you watch?
The Signal.
Was it The Signal? Yeah.
It was The Signal, but it's the 2007, not the 2014, which I've never watched.
I loved it. Pickles and Cookie didn't like it at all.
Well, the themes in that movie
It's a little hard to hear you, they say.
Best viewers. What? It's a little hard to hear Joselyn, just FYI. Oh, it's because of this. Hang on, I'm going to fix
Put your mic in your mouth.
Is that better?
So,
to
be very fair,
I had the easel. I had my paint easel in front of it.
They want to hear you more than they want to hear me.
I want to hear you every week, right?
Yeah, I'm always here. So, what were we saying? Oh yeah, mental illness. I don't have one, but if I did.
You don't have any trauma, no mental illness.
Nothing bad has ever happened to me, man. It's happened to the other people around me. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get into that a little bit, though. I have a death in the family. And I feel, when we were talking about being detached, like I feel like I don't feel the same way about things that other people do. Like, I feel like I'm detached from feeling like feelings almost. Like when a celebrity dies, people that have never met that person have no idea, nothing about them at all. That person wouldn't know if they were even existed on this planet.
Sure.
They feel it. Like they feel the emotions and
I think I can say maybe what part of that is that they'll miss the creative expression that's coming from them.
Okay, but do they feel the same way? Like if that actor acted and was really hot for 5 years, they had a 5-year run where they were in everything or whatever, and then now they're gone. Like nobody's pining for an actor that's not around anymore. But when they die, they feel it.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's different. So I'm just wondering, like, there's something wrong with me because when family members pass away, I mean, I feel it. And I'm almost ashamed to, like, say it, but I don't feel it. Like, I'm not distraught. Like, I was watching this show yesterday called Living with Evil or something like that. And there's this guy, he's probably my age. And when he was a child in the 80s, his stepdad was arrested in 1987. He's one of the most infamous serial killers ever. He was a truck driver that rapist. He was a serial rapist that raped over 70 women as a truck driver. And that was his stepdad growing up. And as he's talking about growing up with this stepdad, like he is just emotional and cry. You know, it's just really, he was spanked. He was punished in certain, and I'm like, my stepdad beat the shit out of me with a belt. I'm 50 years old. I haven't cried about that since the day it happened. Like I don't,
Right.
So I don't know if there's something wrong. I think there's something wrong with me. Like I don't
think that means there's something wrong with you. It may mean that you haven't faced it in the same way that person has faced those things. And, you know, society teaches us, especially probably like even my generation, but your generation, that processing those things that happened
ain't none of my business.
Is a weakness. It's a weakness. It's if you can go through that and say, I came out okay.
Suck it up, motherfucker.
Yeah. And by the way, that idea of I turned out fine is like, really? The jury's still fucking out on that. And I don't mean you. I mean the people who say that.
No,
because
you're right.
I would never say I turned out okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still happening.
What's going on in here?
Oh, I don't know what's going on over here. I hate the colors that you chose.
I love it.
I hate these fucking colors. No, I don't. How can you hate colors? I mean, come on.
At least you didn't put a D on the end of that. That would have been really bad. Nothing.
Oh, Jesus. That took me a minute. My brain doesn't work that way.
No, yours doesn't. Mine does.
I know. It's the manosphere.
You know what? And the bad thing is I'm really going to get into that documentary.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to make me mad. Because what does piss me off, though, is there's some of this shit that I'm like, it's resonating with, like, it resonates with me. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, that's fucking toxic. It's horrible. And then I'm like, but. I don't know. Wait till, I wish you'd have watched. Wish you would have watched it so we could talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah, don't look at that. If Ken was in here, he would have banned that already. Ken's gone. I need to make cookie or pickles at a moderator so they can help me with stuff.
I'm having a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you are. Oh my God. That was perfect timing. I'm having trouble. Bang. Look, I'm almost finished. Are you?
No.
What do you mean?
Not even close. How far are we?
It doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter, lady. It's been 2 hours.
Oh. Ariel, we're setting a new record.
So you were wanting to talk about like out of body experiences, or
well, we can get into that, but what I've been currently like sort of investigating or interested in lately is near-death experiences, which I had an interest in this when I was much, much younger, and then it kind of fell away. And lately, there's been a resurgence of this interest for me.
you have such a light voice.
Oh, is it still hard to hear me?
I don't know. I turned it up a little bit. Well, hopefully they'll be fine.
Sorry. Can we hear?
I want you to relax and just talk.
Okay.
I don't want you to worry about that.
This feels like it's not separation at all. All my stuff is gonna come. You know what? My mom's gonna know what I mean when I say this, but it's all gonna be burnt umber. Burnt umber. Yeah, good. I can hear you both great. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Who said that?
That was Fuzzy Pickles.
I love her.
I do too. This is a fucking nightmare.
I thought that was what we were paying. Is separation not a nightmare?
It's burnt umber. But burnt umber is not separation. It's like the mixing of all colors. When you mix all colors together, you get burnt umber that basically looks like shit. So that's happening.
I mean, I can tell you what I'm trying to express now that I've gotten this far.
Are you surprised by your own ability?
But I'm waiting for you to see if you could tell what the fuck's happening in here.
Yeah.
I wish I had different colors.
I'll be honest. I want to start over.
We ain't got time for that, baby.
We ain't got no time for that today.
Hey, So you've been thinking about near-death experiences?
Near-death experiences. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of these, like, just accounts of people who've had near-death experiences. And by the way, there are thousands upon thousands of these. And even some that, like, people who have studied these postulate that there are more than are reported because they're stigmatized, for having...
Well, yeah, because I'm going to say before you even get going, it's very hard to believe in.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because how can you believe in something you have never experienced?
So the stigmatism, I get it. Not astigmatism like I got.
Right. The stigma.
Stigma.
Yeah. So it started with, I was watching Mayim Bialik's podcast because she's interesting. I had never watched her before. I watched Blossom when I was a kid, but that's who she is. Yeah, it's called Mayim Bialik's Breakdown. She's a neuroscientist. She's very, very smart. Yeah, she's a neuroscientist.
She was on Big Bang Theory.
She was on Big Bang Theory. She's a neuroscientist, very, very smart. And it's her and her husband. And they talk to all different people. But what I really like about it is they talk to people who, like, they talk to several people who either claim to be mediums or have had near-death experiences or something of that nature. And they approach it with respect, but also with a scientific bent, a scientific line of questioning that isn't like gotcha, like trying to give them gotcha moments or whatever, but trying to really further understand their experience more deeply. And one thing that I have noticed about a lot of these, like, people is they come off very genuine. And there are common threads between these experiences, whereas their experiences are all very different and personal, there are common threads. One of the common threads is being able to perceive, like, okay, so a lot of these people, they sort of watch their death happen, like from an aerial perspective, like a bird's eye view. That's a very common theme. There's a bird's eye view perspective. And like this one woman saw her accident happen, and she saw that a couple cars behind her was actually a girl, because it was only like 1.5 miles from her home. There was a woman that she knew that was a few cars behind her that stopped when it happened because she was T-boned. And she like came up and, she not only saw this woman come up to the accident, but she also experienced what the woman was feeling. And she saw the first responding paramedics who reached in and turned off her ignition. And she relayed all this to them. And they were like, there's absolutely no way you could have known this. There was another woman who was coding on the hospital table, code blue. She knew what the nurses were discussing down the hall while she was coding. She knew who came in with the crash cart, who put the oxygen mask on her face, who did the chest compressions, she knew. She saw it all happen. And she said it very matter-of-factly. And the other thing that is consistent in these is that while they're viewing this... Oh, I thought somebody was talking. While they're viewing this, there's no emotional attachment. There's only like a factual observation of what's happening. They know that they've died.
Right.
And they, many times realize, okay, this is what it feels like. And they're viewing and they're kind of watching in this very like non-attached sort of way. And then the experience after that differs from person to person, but again, there are common threads. Like there's the one woman, she was an addict, and she said she had never had any sort of like inkling of any sort of like spiritual path or spiritual awakening. None of that was ever taught to her. This was like in the 90s, and none of that was, she had never heard any kind of concept like that. And she was very invested in her drug life. She was doing this sort of regular regimen of all these different drugs, including like heroin, methamphetamine, psychedelics, like a kind of a whole myriad of different drugs. Her parents were both addicts. She grew up in an addicted household. There was a lot of all these things that like went on for her. And when she had this out of body experience after an overdose of several different, who knows, several different drugs, she talks about experiencing her parents' suicide. Because her parents were, like I said, they were both addicts. And they, when she and her sister were grown adults later in life, her parents took their lives together on purpose. They wrote notes and they took their lives.
When they listened to Don't Fear the Reaper when that happened?
I remember watching this whole thing with Ariel. Yeah. So it's, they had this pact. And this is the craziest part. The dad did not want to do this. The mom had this theme running through her life for a long time. And he had actually saved her from multiple suicide attempts. Didn't want to do this. And when the girls were adults, he sort of decided that he would kind of do this for his wife. Yeah, and they did. Okay, so in this experience that this woman is having after her overdose, this girl born of that situation thinking, this is my life, I'm an addict, there's nothing else for me. This is it. This is what I do. And was very, very consistent and serious about her drug use. Was very but nothing else in life. It was all about that. So she's describing this experience where she experienced her parents' suicide from their perspective. She saw the whole day. She saw them go to the pharmacy and refill whatever drugs they were able to have left. She saw them write their notes. She saw the internal struggle that they both went through. She saw all of this stuff. And then she was taken to this place where she was able to, she almost had, this is another common theme through, I'm sorry if I'm slurring because I've had quite a little bit of wine. I've had a little bit of wine, so I'm sorry. But so there's this other common theme of a life review, which intrigues me to no end.
What do you mean? Like a lot of people who experience that part of it?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them experience a life review where they're shown their life. And they're shown their life, and everybody that I've listened to describes it in the same way, that it's like, it's an instant download. It's like an instant download. It's all of this information, but you instantly know it. And the one thing that they all also say that is contrary to a lot of I would say religious teachings is that in this space, there actually is no judgment. There's no judgment. There's pure unconditional love and compassion and this feeling of whatever you were doing on earth is exactly what you're meant to do. So this woman said the very first thing she experienced was all the ways in which she had hurt people and wronged people, but there wasn't any judgment attached to it. She not only could see how her perspective in that situation, she could see the other person's perspective. She could see and feel because she was encompassing all of the consciousness that was involved in that, So, she's talking about experiencing this and how she thought in her mind, oh, I'm in hell because now I'm experiencing all these ways in which I hurt people. But then from that moment, from that place, she was pulled into this much lighter. That's the other thing that is a common thread is they all describe this place, Earth, as being very dense, very difficult to navigate, more dreamlike than there. That's more real than this place.
Really?
And yeah, they all have this very common thread. And so she it's so fascinating. So she talked about having this life review. And then she got to see all the ways in which she had done positive things, which had rippled out as well.
That's one of the things that's one of the things that I know we've talked about this before. You're not scared of death.
I would say
you might not want to die.
I would say I'm scared of pain.
Right.
Probably. I'm probably afraid of pain. Death itself doesn't scare me. I've had an out of body experience, but it's not as detailed and as immersive as some of these experiences that I was hearing. But in the out of body experience that I had, I do identify with that encompassing of pure love, acceptance, compassion.
But see, that's one of the things that scares me about dying. It's not dying.
Yeah.
It's that, to me, and this goes against a lot of what we're taught or whatever, but I don't feel like I feel like there's nothing. Like this, when you die,
Right.
it's over. I don't want this to be over. As much as there's all kinds of things that, that I hate or whatever, but I love being here. I like driving my truck and it transitioning from dark to the sun coming up and stuff. I mean, I love being here.
So can I tell you about the person who had that same belief system as you, who experienced this?
Yeah.
So the very first part of their experience was darkness. It was pure and total darkness, but there was still awareness. They still had an awareness of the darkness.
That's scary as fuck.
Well, and that's where they were. They were like, it was terrifying. They were terrified. They thought, how does this, what do I do? This is complete darkness. My family, I can't see my family. Like, yes, darkness, but there was still awareness. And they went in and out of death, by the way. They went back into their body on the hospital table and then back into this dark space. And then back into their body and then back into this dark space. And at one prolonged time by the way, also time doesn't seem to exist or have the same
right.
Parameters or whatever as it does in this space. So that experience of darkness, she said she went in and out of that. And then at one point in this space of darkness, there was an idea of like leaning forward. And she leaned forward and began to accelerate and realized, okay, this is how I move in this space. I can move. But there was a fear that I might run into something. There was like this, but she continued to accelerate until another common thread, a tunnel appeared. And there's this tunnel, and it's a dark tunnel, but somewhere in this tunnel, there's a light at the end of this tunnel.
So people have been talking about that forever. So that's...
Yes, it's a common thread. And so at the end of this tunnel, and they all explain it differently. Like the one woman who had been in had overdosed and was lying on her bathroom floor, basically having this experience, and experienced her parents' suicide and all of that kind of thing. Her experience was she had a life review in this space where she was like, I'm never leaving this space. It's unconditional love. It's lightness. I'm not, that body down there, which she still had awareness of, is totally beyond recognition. It's not savable. I'm not going back in that body, was kind of the idea. And that the body isn't the person. Okay, so I know I'm all over the place.
No, you're fine. But it makes me think.
So the analogy I heard for this is having to do with consciousness. We have learned that consciousness is created by chemical reactions within a structure. But we actually can't prove that. And there's a ton of evidence to the contrary.
I've actually seen, I've been seeing these reports. Scientists are now, they feel like consciousness is actually older than us, like human beings present on the planet. So I don't know how they've come across that, but there's whatever studies these guys are doing, they think that consciousness is older than us. Like it was here before us.
Yes. So
which goes along with a lot of what you've been saying.
And this is what these people are saying is this is actually not ancient, it's eternal. Consciousness is eternal. And that's where this eternal space resides, it's in the realm of consciousness, which is where we, well, I'm going to return to that whole.
What kind of scientists do you think those are? They're not like guys coming up with chemical reactions.
Well, I'm sure they're looking at neuroscience. I'm sure they're also looking at. I mean, when you're trying to isolate consciousness, you have to look at several different.
I wonder, but
things.
It just makes me think like what.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
It's super interesting, and so, the analogy that I heard from a doctor who studies these near-death experiences is that consciousness is something that is everywhere. It's everywhere, but it needs an instrument to receive it, like the internet.
So we're radios?
Okay, so your laptop picks up the internet. The internet
It's there.
it's available, but you need an instrument to pick it up. And your PC or whatever, your Wi-Fi connected device picks that up. But your device isn't the internet.
No.
Just as our physical bodies are not consciousness. It is the instrument for consciousness. It receives consciousness. And this woman who was on my Alex podcast also said that on this other side, she was able to see where she chose the plot points of her life before she came here. And that souls are lined up to come for this experience because it is dense.
It's like
and
a
it is
ride at
hard.
Kings Island?
It's like a game that you play with high difficulty.
Whoever's playing me sucks. What the fuck are you doing?
No, but see, you have choices.
I'm me. I'm playing me.
You have
Ooh.
you have choices.
Am I playing me or am I me?
Well, so okay, and I say this
No,
in
we
absolute
know,
statements,
we know.
but in this way of looking at things,
it's
you have choices. But like, okay, so she said when it was shown to her in ways that she could relate to it. 'Cause she had never read any spiritual texts or anything like that. She wasn't religious, nothing like that. She'd watched a ton of movies and things like that. So it was shown to her in ways that she could understand. So the way that it was shown to her is that she went through this grocery store, and she's like, it wasn't a physical grocery store. It was all made of light.
This makes so much more sense than my my theory. The one I've grasped to is the simulation.
Yes.
It's similar.
It is similar. Yes, it is similar.
But it makes more sense.
Yeah. So in this space or in this place, which by the way I think is a space that scriptures over time and over different religions have tried to describe.
Okay.
And
I know
failed.
this is not a question you're qualified to answer. I get that.
I'm not qualified to answer any questions, but
this shit ain't real?
it depends on
No,
depends on what you mean by real. Real is a concept.
It is a concept. I get
I
that.
stopped painting and I totally.
Well, I'm done.
You're
But
done.
every day when I get up and I fucking go to work and I do what I do and I get home and every Friday I have my little book there and I get out and I pay this bill and this bill and this bill. Every week I do this every day. I do this every week. It's all for nothing. Like you fall into you fall into your niche, you fall into your slot. This is what you are.
Well,
and if it's consciousness though, and it's fucking everything, why do I have to be this? And you can't get out of it. You're in it. You do though.
Well, okay. So that's the thing.
This is the ride I got. This is the fucking line I got in.
This is the ride you chose.
This is the lawn. Whoever's running me, this is the line they got in.
You chose, but you chose with the understanding at the time that there were going to be choices along the way that could keep you on the path or take you off of it.
Well, I have another question, and this is a real serious question. Like the guy, that show that I watched with that serial killer that raped 70 women.
Yeah.
That's the experience that his soul got in line to choose?
Yes. Yes, I think so, because or he's off the path. So here's the thing that
did you ever watch Westworld? The first season of Westworld?
I did watch Westworld. Yeah, the first season was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you can choose your experience, and he chose to be a fucking piece of shit.
Yes. So that's the thing is
or he did it so many times
in this place. There isn't experience because it is all divinely connected in a way that there's not separation, which is what we're trying to paint, right? We're trying to paint this separation. Well, that's an illusion. And Earth is a classroom. Earth is a classroom that allows separation to happen so that we can learn in this
or me or I.
Well, it's the same. Individual
Singular.
and collective are sort of the same thing. But so in
There
this
is no outcome though.
in this woman, well, growth, just growth and
For
learning.
what?
There's no end. There's no end to it.
We're still doing the same shit we're doing in 1960. They're still
I mean, yes.
fucking trying to kill Iran for whatever reason. Every 2 weeks,
In all new and different, exciting ways.
every 2 weeks, Iran's going to have a fucking nuclear bomb. They've been saying that since
Yeah.
before I was born.
Yeah, and no, and like, but part of it is the depth of feeling that we can have, the depth of feeling that a human person can have in this dense space is atrocities.
I know we're getting so
diseases, is all of these different things.
Why are some of us able though?
Yeah.
I've been here a long time.
Yeah.
Been through a lot of not wars.
Right. Conflicts.
Why then are there some people that don't feel it at all? Like we are actually killing human beings. Like we're killing massive amounts of people.
Yeah, we're killing ourselves because.
But why are there some people that are just, and for all, I mean, okay, I guess the real question is, if this is what's going on, the consciousness whole thing, and we're experiencing it as receptors for ourself or for it or whatever, so it can understand itself or whatever, the same shit has been going on for as long as we've been able to write it down. We've been killing each other.
Okay, but I'll say this in the
Does it not evolve?
in all the accounts of these experiences, time is not real. So these things are actually happening simultaneously and always.
Like in my computer right now, everything that's happened is it doesn't distinct that this is happening today. This happened an hour ago. It happened.
It's all happening.
Right. So
it's all happening. That's from my.
It's all happening.
It's all happening. That's one of my comfort movies. Almost Famous.
I do love it. I never saw it before until you made me watch it.
It is. It's all happening.
Movie. But I guess I get lost in the fact that maybe, okay, so it's not that different than simulation. How do we know that this isn't a computer program then that is just...
Well, we don't. And the thing with like AI, this is why we're relating it, because the thing with AI is it's just another iteration of the fractal.
We're discovering ourselves.
Yes, we are... Just as consciousness creates the experience, it wants to experience, it creates the place for experience, then it creates another place. We want AI to experience.
We do.
We want it to experience. It doesn't yet that we know of. I mean, that's debatable, but that's what we want it to do. And we are co-creators in this experience, right? I mean, as a collective, that's what it seems like we want it to do. We've been writing...
Arnold Schwarzenegger told us.
We've been writing books and stories about this for how long? We want it to experience, whether we say we don't or not. We do. We want it to have a human experience.
You know what? I think that would actually prove, maybe not for any other reason than just to prove to us that what we're experiencing isn't real anyways. Like if we can create something that can also experience what we're experiencing and feel and all that would prove that none of this is fucking real. Like this is all made.
But you can't prove anything, first of all. I think,
not anything. I know what you mean.
But
I know what you mean.
There's no, what is real? What does that even mean?
Okay. So it will prove that this is all created. It will prove that this isn't all natural.
Created.
One of my favorite things that's going on right now, I know we're going to space. We're going back to the moon. We went to the moon. We're going back.
You hear that, folks?
One of the greatest things, though, to me is
we went to the moon.
This James Webb telescope.
Yeah.
It is discovering things that scientists who are 50 years old, 55 years old, which in the time scale of planet Earth is 0 years old. You know what I mean? They're nothing.
Yes.
are going, that shouldn't be there.
Right.
Who the fuck? I love it because it's showing these scientists that you're not. A real scientist, to me, is someone who goes, oh, that's new information.
Has the ability to change. Well,
Not,
yeah, because
hey, that's wrong.
Science is
The universe or the consciousness experiencing itself.
yeah, it's just the study of wonder and curiosity. Yeah. It's not supposed to be concrete.
It's not rigid.
It's not supposed to be Sith.
That's why they don't really make a lot of laws. They make a lot of theories.
Yes, it's all theories. Well,
there are laws, but
there are laws.
But they're laws that they go, this law doesn't work.
It breaks down here. Yeah, this is where this law breaks down.
Because scientists, to me, are the smartest. I mean, their intelligence is way beyond me. I can barely spell.
I mean, that's education, not intelligence, right? But
is there a difference?
Yes.
Education is the remembering
Excuse me.
Education is like the remembering of
I looked
facts.
at my mic like it was a camera. Education,
Aren't these mics nice though? Look at
nice.
that. That's a good looking mic.
They're very nice.
Okay. So I could talk to you forever about consciousness because I get lost in it.
Same.
Because to me, when you first started talking to me about this kind of stuff, I'm not going to lie. I thought you were a little cuckoo. You know that, right?
Well, maybe I am. I mean, maybe I am. That's always a possibility to keep in mind.
Don't fuck with me.
I'm serious. That's all.
But the
because
thing
if I get rooted in my what I think is possible or what I think, if I get so rooted in that I can't see past my own face, then we have a problem. Like, there's always the possibility that I'm just outright fucking nuts. And I have to remember that. And we all have to remember that.
Right. And I don't blame anyone who is fucking nuts because it's nuts being here.
Yeah.
That's why this flat earth argument makes me so mad. And it's not because I think flat earthers are off the rocker. It's because the argument against the flat earth for round earthers is, well, the flat earth don't make any sense. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
And I get shit given to me by round earthers because
by giving any sort of credence.
Well, I go, round earth doesn't make sense. This shit don't make sense. We're on a fucking ball that is hurtling through space at unimaginable miles an hour, following a fucking ball of fucking.
But it doesn't make more sense. It doesn't make less sense than the disk theory.
No, it doesn't. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying it doesn't. None of this makes sense. Right. So for that to be your argument was flat Earth don't make sense. That doesn't fly with me. You have to show me. I know why I feel like Earth is round because of different things, but it's not that flat Earth doesn't make sense. If I was to find out tomorrow that we were on a flat fucking plane that was flying through Earth space, it wouldn't surprise me. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what the fuck?
Everything's getting a little less surprising.
But
because everything's getting a little more weird.
It's impossible though to feel like that us being on this ball that is spinning while while flying. It's impossible to grasp that like mentally. We can't. You can't conceive how large the Earth is. First of all, like it's so big,
right?
And then I watched the guy do an experiment on showing people actually how far the moon is away from Earth. We feel like it's right there because we see it.
Correct, yeah.
It is 2,900 miles away or something like that. 2,000 whatever. Fact check me, illegal. He's not in here.
Do we have anybody left?
There's 3 people watching.
Hi.
Well, 2 people. I think it's Cookie and Pickles, but that's fine.
Cookie and Pickles.
Ken did ban that guy. Thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate it.
And they were fine with it.
No, another person.
Oh, was there another person talking?
Well,
somebody talking shit?
No, they try to get in here and sell me view bots and stuff.
Oh, I see.
I meant to make good Cookie and Pickles moderators, but
they would be great moderators.
Yeah, they'd be great at it. Except when she's cooking dinner and she's like, "I'm sorry, I missed the last half hour of your show because I'm cooking."
That's fine.
I love cooking.
Wait, what are we at? Oh,
2:29. So. But I feel like we could go on forever about this.
Well, I wanted to wrap the near-death experience around to Easter because of the resurrection.
But before you end that near-death thing, though, you were going to tie that one lady's experience into mine because the way I believe, you didn't finish that.
With the dark space.
Yeah.
Okay,
what made her...
I'm trying, and so I'm getting some of the... There's maybe some overlap because I've watched a lot of these now. Yeah. She said something like, that's the other common thread is you kind of talk to yourself and then there's an answer. There's like an answer, right?
Does it make you want to die and not die?
Did you ever see the movie? Did you ever see the movie Flatliners?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's about them going and crossing over to the other side, which is also bringing it back to Easter and bringing it back to early Christianity and early, subsets of religion, where that was the goal, was to see what's on the other side, to know the mysteries. They call it the Christian mysteries because, not just the Christian mysteries, but there were all these different mystery cults. That was the whole purpose, was there were initiates, there were people who were so quote unquote deserving or had gone through the rites. Y'all need to watch the OA on Netflix. He makes them have near-death experience.
How do you make someone
see if there is a different dimension? Interesting. I have heard this is like probably the fourth or fifth person that's told me to watch that show.
But how do you force a near-death?
Well, I mean, it's a show, right? And in the movie Flatliners, that's what they're doing. They're setting up. They're these medical students, right? And they're in the basement and they're flatlining so that they can experience what's on the other side. Do it. So it's been a fascination of humanity for forever. Forever. Yeah. We want to know so we've already decided that it's a cycle because everything is cyclical. Everything is cyclical.
Everything.
Yeah. And so, but we've decided to view things very linearly. And I'll tell you one thing, that's really good for power structures. If we view things to have a beginning and an end, that's a perfect place for power structures to take hold. Because there's fear. There's fear of the end involved in that for sure. And if there's fear of the end involved in that, then we'll lean on and listen to a figure that comes forth and says, I have authority on this. I know how you can avoid the end. I know how you can, whatever it is, or how you can, when the end comes, how you can be eternal in this place of living light, or whatever it is. Right. And I'm not shitting on religions. No. I'm not any belief structures. I actually think that a lot of these near-death experiences I've listened to tie these ideas into a package that makes a lot more sense to me than necessarily that was the other thing.
I think that's the reason I'm not religious, because it just doesn't make sense. There's a thing in me that doesn't click.
Yeah.
On this is this. So, but this kind of does, but I hate to, we're 2.5 hours in. I hate to branch off, but with you bringing up the power structures and then making it, it's a better story for them if we believe in this or whatever.
Right.
I didn't used to believe in that power structure thing. You know what I mean? I used to believe that this is just what it is.
It's very clear now.
More than ever. And they don't, like you said, they used to try to hide it or whatever.
It's always been hidden in plain sight, but now it is just in plain sight.
And now they will tell you straight up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is easier for them. It's not even like they want to control individually. It's not like when you when you first start thinking about they want to control you, it's easy to dismiss because they don't individually want to control you.
No, they could give a shit less of individuals.
No, it's a narrative. It took me a long time to understand this. It's a narrative thing. As long as they can control the story, and information is so fucking powerful.
Yeah. And
you don't think about that. I'm a young white kid growing up, whatever. Fuck that. I'm individual. I never in my life did I think that the story affected me. Like, you can say whatever you want. You can make the narrative whatever you want. That don't bother me.
Right.
But it does. It shapes everything around you every day. And it doesn't sink into you, because that's what, and I'm not saying that I know anything, or like now, but I'm starting to feel like, dude, what you're saying is, it doesn't feel right. It feels like bullshit. Like, that's part of the documentary too. Those red pill guys, that's part of their appeal, is they feed on that too. They're like, this is the system that they want you to live in. Yeah. I can teach you how to break away from that and live like this. Yeah.
There's an appeal. It's
not the right way to, in my opinion, it's not the right way to live, but it is.
Well, it hurts other people.
It's what appeals. The people are like, oh, I don't have to be part of this system.
They actually just want power over others. And they want to be, instead of having power over them, they want to be the ones with the power over others. Yeah.
Do you know, and this is going to, I'm not trying to, what's up, Resin? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Resin?
I don't want to piss anybody off, but a lot,
good luck.
A lot of these red pill guys in this documentary have met Donald Trump, and they hang around. This one guy was so excited because he met Barron Trump. Yeah. And they want to be in the inner circles of those. You could think Trump is president, whatever you want to think. He's a rich oligarch. He's an oligarch. What's that word? Oligarch? Yeah. This is what we're switching over to, is oligarchy. It's not
switching over to. We've been there for a long time.
Well, you knew that longer than me.
It's just more transparent now, which, to Trump's credit, he can't keep that shit under the rug.
He doesn't care if you know.
Used to be.
He doesn't care if you know.
Right.
I mean, he straight up tells you.
Yeah.
Who's that? The purple one.
What's the purple one?
Oh, it's Resin Purple.
Watch.
Oh, you got a stream streak going, babe.
Nice.
Thanks, Resin. But
hi, Resin.
I know we gotta start wrapping up.
Do we?
No, we don't have to. Okay. Remember, Errol said
3 hours.
Errol goes, "Are we done?" I'm like, "Not if you want another drink."
Nobody's gonna sit and watch this for 3 hours. Well, maybe.
Well, I'll watch it, but it's just very interesting to me that this consciousness thing. How, to me,
yeah.
Okay, so there's no concept of time in the grand scheme of things, but it feels like
time is a human experience. Yeah, time is part of this realm. And we can actually measure that when we go further out into space even. Like, it changes, it distorts.
It does. But still, even when it does distort for us, it still is in a construct of what we feel to be. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for me to understand that what happened in 1412 is also happening in 2026. Yeah. I feel like maybe I can talk to the consciousness individually. Like, hey, Dick.
Okay, so one of the other common themes through these people's experiences that they're sharing is that there are guides. There are guides for each one of us, and all of us have access to these guides, which has always been a concept that I've shied away from, because I always thought it was kind of like, when I've seen the idea of spirit guides and things, it's always from some fucking grifter, snake oil salesman person showing shit online. It's like, and it's always turned me away. But listening to these people's experiences who can prove they died, this is medically, I died, like, and this is the experience that I had.
Resin said he needs a guide.
What?
Resin needs a guide.
Don't we all? But that's the common, and all of these people said, you have access to your guides. You just have to be open. And you have to have almost like an enthusiastic expectation that they'll come through. So that's my interest right now.
Yeah.
Is like, the other thing is that one of these guys talked about this man that had a near-death experience. He talked about one of the messages that he brought back was that we have, I forget what he called it. I'm going to call it a sacred hour, because I forget what term he used. Something hour, which is the 30 minutes after waking and the 30 minutes before sleep. And these are precious times where in that time, what you're doing is what you're actually worshiping. So if you're watching your phone and you're on social media, you're worshiping.
TikTok is my God.
Yes.
Holy shit. We're doomed. I'm doomed.
No. But
I go to bed, I fall asleep to TikTok. I wake up and the first thing I fucking do is TikTok.
Again, in this other place, there's no judgment to that. There's just did you complete the mission that you chose?
Wait a minute. I'm going to be punished for me.
No, there's no punishment. There's that's the other thing. It's like the reason these people came back into their bodies, all of them, the reason they came back into their bodies is because the plot points that they chose for their life hadn't been completed. So but you get a choice. You can go back into this body and complete the thing that you chose, or you can start over. Or you can stay, and everybody wants to stay.
Is it disturbing to you at all?
Ooh, what's that? Oh, I don't even want to know. I bet I could guess.
Rocket League.
Rocket League? Oh, I was thinking something else.
Pizza, maybe. Resin's a good guy. He's a good kid. Of course, he could be tits. I don't know.
I mean, worthy of worship.
Yes, definitely.
Sorry, my bad. We were talking about the sacred hour.
I was wanting to know if it bothers you at all as a human being because you've been talking to me about this long before you've gotten into this.
Yeah.
About consciousness, us all being one experience. Yes. Does it bother you at all that there are people like that guy who was a serial rapist? He raped for 7 years. He was terrorizing the country, raping over 70 women.
Yeah.
He is you.
Yes. So there are different levels to this experience.
Okay.
And in that, if I bring myself down to the level of my personal identity, which is Joselyn, which is the instrument.
Right. So you're the laptop?
I'm the laptop. Okay. I'm the instrument for the consciousness.
Okay.
There's judgment. That's part of the human experience. So yes, there is judgment.
There's no consequences or anything.
I don't know that that's true.
It's scary to me that's
I would say the consequences are happening simultaneously. The consequences are happening in this timeline. The consequences for your actions are taking place. And maybe sometimes they're intertwined. If you are hurting people, you are hurting. Your internal environment is already that of destruction. So
hurt people hurt people.
Yes, exactly. Sorry. Yes. So I don't know. There's levels.
Does that bother you though? As Jocelyn?
Yes, of course. Okay. Yeah. Anyone who
to think that we are the same consciousness as Stalin.
Yeah.
Or Hitler.
Okay. But that gives us an opportunity to investigate those parts of ourselves that are power hungry or bigoted or whatever, because
I have problems about 8 or 9 years ago, I was home from work. I was sick. I stayed home from work, which is very rare. And I'm sitting in my living room watching TV. And my living room was kind of in the back of the house. So I saw my backyard was through my back window. I saw some movement and then I heard a noise in my bedroom, and I thought that it was my girlfriend's son skipping school or whatever. So I just went in my bedroom, and in my bedroom I had a bathroom which had a back door which led to outside. I opened the bathroom door up thinking it was going to be him, and it was 3 kids. They were high school age kids, and they were there to rob my house. And I freaked the fuck out, and they freaked the fuck out, and they ran. Well, when the cops finally caught them, they were in our neighborhood. They caught them not too long after that happened, whatever. I'm talking to one of the police officers, and this police officer says to me, they're lucky they didn't break into my house. I'd have killed all 3 of them. And
okay. Yeah.
Sorry. That fucked me up. I was like, you're going to kill 3 kids because they broke in your house?
Property over people.
He goes, well,
always.
They could have killed you. They could have killed you. And I'm like, well, that is something that I would have had to go through or whatever. That wasn't the situation. These kids were looking to rob. They knew my girlfriend's son, they knew I had 2 Xboxes and a PlayStation.
That's
in the house. They wanted my
worshiping
shit.
fear. That man worships fear.
But that pissed, it hurt me when he said that. I'm like, you would really kill, and I got mad. And he's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, he got an argument with me. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You're here for. So I just don't understand human beings. I guess I just don't belong here.
It's fear. It's fear. It's driven by fear. It's the idea that I won't have enough, or they're going to take from me, or the idea that there's scarcity.
I get it. You have to protect yourself and your family. I understand that.
But that's a level.
But you're going to kill
one
these
level
kids.
of it.
The oldest kid was 16.
Yeah.
And to hear an adult say I would have killed all 3 of them just fucked me up for a minute.
Well, not to mention
I've never been through any trauma.
No, never.
Nothing's ever happened to me.
But the idea that a 16-year-old who's robbing a person is nothing more than that moment in time that they're defined by this one action.
You know how many mistakes I made when I was 16?
Do you know? Do we ever think about what brought this person to that point? What Yeah, get it.
They could have just been like, "Oh, there's some shit in that house. Let's go get it."
Yeah,
I'm
with you.
Anyway, I didn't mean to get emotional. Sorry.
But here's where I come from. It's hard for me to hear people say things like that because I, in my own life, have given grace to people who have hurt me directly on purpose. But I can see past the motivation for that. It actually wasn't personal, though I sustained the injury from it. That's mine to work with. I don't necessarily owe them anything. I don't owe them any forgiveness. And there will always be a little bit that's hard to forgive. You know,
it's hard.
And feeling.
I was still mad at them kids. That doesn't mean I fucking forget them for doing that. That was bullshit.
Yeah.
But death.
Yeah.
You're not a fucking. I'm sorry.
No, it's.
And I'm sure you've had worse things happen. Like, maybe not worse, but on par, whatever. Shit's happened.
Worse
to you.
or better is such a.
It is. It's relative. It's all relative.
Yeah.
But like I've been in situations myself where I've done stupid ass shit as a kid, and I call 1920 a kid. I mean, I was making dumbass. I've been in situations where I've been in somebody's house I wasn't supposed to be in and taking shit I wasn't supposed to take.
Sure.
You know?
Did you deserve to be murdered?
The cop act like, well, my life ain't.
We see a lot of this now. We see a ton of it on a national stage where we're questioning whether this person deserved to live or die. And it is, I stand outside as an observer most of the time, and it is, it's very telling. It's very telling of the mindset of the people saying those things, saying, well, they should have just complied, or they shouldn't have.
Comply or die, bitch.
Yeah.
What is that?
I mean, well, it's fear-based.
I
for one
understand
thing.
Situations happen, and sometimes when you're a cop, shit gets out of hand and somebody dies. I get it. It doesn't mean that you were a murderer. The cop made a mistake or whatever. I mean, we're human beings. But to me, it's the definite. This happened because of the. I mean.
I will say this though: when there's a power differential at play, when one person is in a position of authority,
shouldn't you be more a professional?
You should be. I mean, you are held to higher standards than the regular public because you've assumed this role that says I'm at a higher standard. Yes. You have done that. So
that's what makes me so mad about this conservative argument that says when they go, well, this girl died. That girl that died in that subway, that guy stabbed her in that subway. It was horrific.
Yeah.
And the conservative argument is, well, you're not rioting in the streets for that. Well, who are you rioting against?
That person wasn't a person of authority.
That's not a. You're
it's
right.
a horrible, sick, and twisted thing that happened.
When a police officer kills someone, they're an arm of the government. They're an arm of the power
we
structure.
weren't holding that person who was.
We're mad at him, and he did go to prison. Or the shit happened.
Yeah.
But you're not going to riot because it's not a whole group of people behind him.
They use that, first of all, because he's brown. Let's say that. They use that as a point to distract, to pull away from the argument at hand. And there's a ton of that. Whataboutism. That's why people as soon as you make a valid argument, they go, well, what about
all lives
this?
matter argument? That's Yeah, of course all lives matter.
Yeah,
But
that goes
wasn't
without saying.
That wasn't the fucking point of the
it wasn't the point.
Whether you agree with the point or not, that's irrelevant. All lives matter was not the argument to that.
No, it wasn't.
It was I'm relevant, or what? It was trying to put yourself as...
Yeah. It's these lives do matter as well as all other lives. You don't have to say that part.
Right, exactly. That
you don't have to say that part. That's intrinsically known. I don't want to show you.
You got to show, though.
No, I don't want to.
That's the rules.
Here it is. Wait.
You made the rules.
There we go.
No, that's not...
Well, I lost... It's not. It doesn't.
What do you mean lost? Was this a competition?
No, I lost motivation. I lost the plot.
What was the plot?
Separation. I lost the plot.
Can I show you mine?
Yes.
It is terrible. Mm-hmm. There's nothing.
Let's see. That's really awesome. It looks like a Rorschach. It's way better than mine.
What's a Rorschach?
Like a Rorschach ink blot.
What do you think's going on in here?
I see a central idea, which is this. Okay. And then I see contrasting viewpoints on that central idea.
Yeah, I'm being pulled in every direction.
Yeah, it's okay.
That wasn't what I started out to think, but as I was painting, I'm like, wait a minute, that's fucking me.
Here's mine.
And I'm being pulled from every direction.
Where am I at? Here's mine.
That's awesome. What are you talking about?
So I was trying to do like a jagged and then like a flowy thing, but these colors were fucking terrible.
No, I love it.
It was like a, yeah.
Right, am I wrong? It's great. Nobody's going to comment. There's a lot of people in here. Nobody's commenting.
It was fun.
Yours is great. Mine, I felt tortured. This looks like
I actually would showcase that. This I would not. What? That's very
I feel tortured
artistic.
in this. Like I'm just...
What's that? Hell yeah. Resin said, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait, Resin, who did better?
Well, we know Joselyn did.
No.
Yes, you did.
Okay, hold yours up. Hold mine up. Mine looks like a third grade. Wait, hold yours up over here. Where are we at? Okay, yours looks like an art piece.
No, it doesn't. It looks like I fucking never touched a paintbrush in my life.
No, it does not.
It looks like 15 rivers trying to flow together.
We need you to be honest. I love this. Aw, those look awesome. This one does. This one, not this one. This one looks really awesome.
No, Joselyn, that's not fair.
It does. Look at it. Look at it. It looks so good. I love it. I like both for the colors.
Yeah.
I don't like the colors, but I like your colors.
Stop.
Can I ask you this? Are you impressed with yourself?
A little bit.
Yay! I knew it.
Because I feel what's going on in that thing.
Yes.
Like that's how I feel all the time. Like I'm constantly pulled because believe it or not, the way I've been talking lately, I'm actually very conservative inside and I'm very Republican and I don't understand what's going on. I don't get it. What the fuck has happened to the people that I thought were supposed to be the people that were leading or whatever. I don't understand what's happening.
Labels.
And what the fuck is going on is way beyond me. Like we weren't supposed to be where we're at right now. I watched video after video after video of this guy's No New Wars. And if you vote for, I watched this TikTok the other day and this guy goes, you know what? That President Trump was fucking right. He told me if I vote for Kamala Harris, we're going to be in a war with Iran. Gas prices are going to go through the roof. Unemployment's going to be high. He's right. I voted for Kamala Harris and all that shit's happening.
Right.
Right. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know for sure that it wouldn't have been this way either way. I don't know. Right. Because I feel like there is a level at which there's a club that we're not a part of. And not that they all necessarily get along.
Do you understand that this crew that we have watching us right now is not going to give us an answer?
No. Which is fine. Because answers are overrated.
Just keep it to yourself.
Questions are better than answers.
Yes, they are, actually, because I have way more questions than I have answers.
Questions are better than answers.
I have 0 answers. Hers was way better. Yes, Resin, you're right, bro. Thank you so much. Resin's not wrong. Yours is great.
Anybody who claims to have answers, which is why I preface everything with, this is not, please don't take this as like an absolute statement, because anyone who claims to have answers is grifter. Well, especially if you have answers for yourself, that's one thing. If you have answers for others, that's a whole different thing.
That's to bring it back to religion. That's been my problem with religion my whole life. Is they have an idea of what religion is, and for me, I always felt like if there was a God and He was our creator, I'm not going to be punished. I mean, unless you're going to come down and, I need fucking show me, dude.
Well, that's where
you're not going to fucking just.
Oh, can I tell you this?
Yes.
Okay. So there was this one woman who I listened to the near-death experience of, and she had grown up like, I think it was Baptist, and her dad was like a preacher. He was a huge part of the church. Do you?
I've cried more in this podcast than ever.
Yay. Yay for tears. Fuck the haters. We should cry. We should cry more often.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted you. She was
she was raised, I think it was Baptist, but her dad was a preacher. And he wasn't like, she said he wasn't a preacher of fire and brimstone. Like, it wasn't like all of that. But he believed in judgment. As all of the scriptures state, there's judgment. We only cry when we lose in Rocket League. There's no crying in baseball.
But there's crying in Rocket League every fucking day. God, I cry.
So, she said she had this near-death experience in her 20s, but she didn't talk a lot about it because when she did, the people in the church turned away because it didn't fit with the narrative they had been told or believed. And so she kind of shut up about it. But she said she kind of also, this is another common theme, a lot of these people return with like these sort of extrasensory gifts. This part blew my mind because there's this thing that multiple people have described.
I want to die.
Listen, there's this thing that multiple people have described as being able to see a person's essence by these like little tiny faint glowing white embers that emerge from them. And I see that.
I was going to say that
all the time.
You've told me that.
Especially in my massage room. I'm a massage therapist, and I when I'm working
You've
with
never
people.
died, have you?
No, I have had an out-of-body experience on psychedelics.
You were drugged.
Yes, on mushrooms. Yes, on psilocybin mushrooms.
Yeah,
no, it was, but it wasn't quite. I could talk about that, but it wasn't.
We could next podcast.
But sorry, where was I?
You were talking about her being afraid to talk about it because her church was very judgmental.
But she sees this essence of people, and when she sees it is right before they pass. Like she can see this when people are going to pass, and I actually use this as like when I'm massaging someone, I can see this faint kind of, I would call it a sparkle around a person's head.
Be right back.
He's like, I'm so disinterested in this.
No, he's got to get pizza.
Around a person's head when they are, I don't know how to say this, when they are no longer here, which means they've completely released, completely relaxed, fully disconnected from this material sort of bogginess of this realm. And I get that. And I get to that space when I'm giving massages as well.
It's like a zone.
It's a zone. Yes, thank you. Like a flow state zone. This material world is not really...
I've experienced it on stage.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Creativity. Yeah. There's creativity that goes into massage as well. There's technical aspects, but there's creativity that goes into that as well. So she's describing this thing that she sees when people are getting ready to pass. And so at this point in her life, her dad, who was the preacher, had Alzheimer's. It was dementia that had progressed into Alzheimer's. And he, was in hospice. And her mom were in hospice bedside with him. And he hadn't spoken a word of coherent English in weeks. And they were sitting there by his bedside, and he suddenly like opened his eyes, looked up to the ceiling and put his hands up into the air and was looking up into the ceiling with his hands up in the air. And her mom said, and he said, while his hands were up in the air looking up into the ceiling, he said, I see it. Right? And his mom said, or her mom said to her, I think he's getting ready to pass. And she didn't see that sparkle around him. And she said, no, I don't think that's what's happening. Like, there's just something else going on. But he goes, I see it. And then she said, he looked at her and he said, boy, was I wrong. And it was about the judgment part. It was about that judgment part. Boy, was I wrong. It's just everlasting, unconditional love. And there's a whole, we're down here playing. We're down here experiencing. Even the atrocities are part of the story. Even these really difficult pains are part of what we chose, So he did this. He said, I see it. Boy, was I wrong. And like, she knew what he meant. And like, mom didn't really know.
So,
but then it wasn't long after that he did pass.
I mean, it sucks that you go your whole life and you don't realize it until the end. Some people never realize it, right?
That's why I think the contacting the guides thing is really interesting.
There's this thing I have, and I understand that people have to cope with being here. I get that. So there's a lot of problems I have. I know we say it all the time. I'm not bagging on Christianity. I'm not bagging on religion. But the problem I have with a lot of people will say things like, God was looking out for me that day.
Right. And then you see... if you go down 71 South in Kentucky and you're going towards Indiana, towards Louisville, there's a sign on the side of the road. I can't remember what mile marker it is, but it's somewhere in between there. And it is a memorial for a bus crash that happened in like 1963 or 68, whatever, 70 something. And I Googled it one day. There was like it was a foggy day and there was a wreck or something and a school bus crashed with a bunch of kids on it and all the kids on the bus died. And I'm always like, where was God?
Yeah. I mean, that kind of shit just fucks with me. Like, if you watch those, like Amanda spent a lot of her life in, what is that? The hospital for the kids.
Oh, yeah,
Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids are dying. She's been around all these kids that are dying. These
and
hospitals
dealing with
full of children
of her own children
that are
their
dying.
Father. Yeah.
Are you saying that God somehow is choosing you or your child or whatever over these other people? And then I don't want to say excuse, but the thing they say is God works in mysterious ways.
Right.
God wanted you to come and not us, or what, it makes none of this shit makes any sense to me.
Yeah.
But the simulation theory or the new theory that you brought to me today is making...
Which all of these people do describe an ever-loving, ever-present presence. Okay.
Yes, sir, but why don't we feel like you're here?
But wait, because that's the question a lot of them ask. And part of that is because if you did, you could not fully immerse yourself in the experience.
So you have to have
a separation from the divine to have the full experience of the material.
You have to have the yin with the yang?
Yes.
You have to.
Yes. And it's not, here's the part that I found really interesting was that the choices weren't made by this divine, ever-loving presence. They were made by you. They were made by, and that's also the hard thing. Because what are you going to say to somebody who's dying of cancer? Oh, well, you chose this. You can't say that. You can't convey that.
Now
because
you can. I mean, if this is real.
I mean,
I'm going to say it from now on.
No, you're not. Because that's not helpful. That's not helpful. A person needs support. They don't need blame, right?
Yeah.
And that's
the next
how,
one of my friends that comes to me and says, I'm dying.
That's how it would be taken in this realm, in this place where it's dense, right, is that it's blame, right? Whereas like this woman who described, well, yeah, but this woman who described her life that I talked about, who had parents who were addicted and all this stuff, when she had this life review, she saw where she chose these plot points, you know, like drug addicted parents and childhood sexual abuse.
Would you really
and she
have chosen that?
Well, because it deepens and enriches the experience in some way.
But
Okay,
is it that
it's like-
specific?
It's like, okay, it's like, why
Is
would
it like
you?
a menu?
It's like, why would you? Well, the way that she described it, they all describe it differently, but it's all the same. Like it presents itself to you in the way that you would understand. So in her version, she was like in a grocery store with a cart. But she said, she tried to explain, she's like, things in this realm are really hard to explain in this way because it's not material. It's not material. And you have a 360 view of everything at all times. And it's not, you're a part of this bigger collective or web of consciousness.
Damn it, Joselyn.
But listen, so she went through this grocery store where she said there's like these almost like these big boxes of cereal with different plot points of her life. And as she went through these aisles, she willed these things into her cart, basically. And this is just the way that she described it, because other people describe a very similar thing, but in different ways. It's like, I chose this and I chose this. And, you know, what is that? What are those?
It's just emojis.
Oh, I like it. It's like little geese.
I'm back and I got my pizza and he's happy.
Pizza.
Hey,
So-
welcome back, Resin. And everyone else is here. Thank you very much for sticking around. You guys are fucking awesome.
Yeah, we are just in a conversation. We forgot about you.
As a matter of fact,
My bad.
so I know you don't know,
I don't.
right?
I don't know shit.
What is this podcast again? This is the girl from
Okay,
Big Bang
so
Theory?
this was one of my embryonics. It's called my embryonics breakdown.
So are there a lot of people though that have experienced this?
There are so many people that
I
have
was-
experienced this that there are several doctors who have studied this because they were either a lot of cardiologists study this because it happens a lot of time with cardiac arrest. And then some other like neurosurgeons or whatever have also studied this because their patients have come out of experiences saying things that they should have never been able to observe.
Okay, so in the limited knowledge you have of this, though, like I almost died once. I got hit by a van and almost got killed.
Okay.
And I was in the hospital for over a month. And I don't remember any of it. Wow. There was nothing.
You were in a medically induced coma?
No,
No?
I wasn't. I'm talking about like I don't remember anything, what happened. I don't remember getting hit by the van. I don't remember the hospital ride or none of that shit. I remember waking up in the hospital. But my question is like, so are people, maybe some people aren't ready to understand that's what's happening? Or how are there some people that experience it?
I think that's a good question.
And and then going back to Pickles, like, how can you make people have near-death experiences? Like, I want to look into that. Like, just because somebody almost dies or whatever, doesn't mean they're going to have it.
Okay, so the other one thing that, to my knowledge, reproduces very similar experiences as the life review, not mushrooms, ketamine, which I've never personally done.
We are going to, though.
But have known people who have done it.
But we're going to.
It actually scares me a little bit.
Because I hear that everyone who does ketamine has the same experience at the end. Like, there's always...
Well, it does bathe your neurons. Like, your neurons that are caught in that... okay, so there are two different types of responses.
Wait till our next podcast, because we're going to talk about mushrooms so deep. Because I really want to get into mushrooms.
There are two different responses of your nervous system, right? There's parasympathetic and there's sympathetic. Your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight, fawn, flee, or whatever.
You do know that there is a side of science that believes that everything that we've been talking about today is the brain just doing that.
Sure.
Like the brain is...
Sure, structure and chemical reactions.
Yep.
And that doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't, but it's a thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I pulled up somewhere, how they explain away these these near-death experiences or out-of-body experiences through chemicals.
Everything that happens to you every day, every feeling that you have, every thought, it's all chemical reactions in your brain. That is back to what Errol was talking about. We're electricity.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm going to talk to her about fascia, which is a really fascinating subject we have to get into another time because I love it.
I would love to have just you two on a...
Oh, yeah. I would love that. But, so if we look at things like that, where it's all just chemical reactions and electricity and structure, then how can we possibly, not only is there no purpose, but how can we possibly agree on a consensus reality? We can't. That's insane. If they're all individual, just processes happening within these separate structures, we cannot possibly agree on a consensus reality. And if we do, what's the mechanism for that? How are they connected? How? Right? So
that's a great question. There's no... I'm not qualified. I don't know anything.
I don't think we can agree on a consensus reality, but some people would argue that there is one.
We have a consensus reality right now.
I don't know.
We're all in hell.
I have been in a really incredible place lately.
Okay, you are individually.
Right, so it's not consensus. It's not consensus.
Wow. Oh, fuck. Okay. That is a question I have every fucking day. How can I go to work today? How am I able to go to work, do my shit at work, come home, work out, watch TV or whatever, play a video game, while just 5,000, 6,000 miles away, there's people that have been fucking hit by a bomb.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't get it. What the fuck is going on? Maybe I'm not mentally... I don't have the mental capacity to understand what's happening.
So reminded me.
Why is it not affecting us at all? We don't give a fuck. Starbucks is still, there's a line around Starbucks every fucking morning. There's people dying every day in another country because we're mad at them because they don't believe in the same God we believe in. I don't understand. We want their oil. What? I don't understand what's happening.
Yes.
Why am I fucked up over this? Why should I care?
Well, you do care intrinsically. You care,
but I don't. I have bills to pay though.
Yes, and that's...
I have a system I live in.
That's part of separation. That's part of separation and fear, and
fear.
That's part of the experience. And so, if you could look at it with a non-judgmental view, as though it is
Can we be non-judgmental?
Well, that's also part of the human experience. So I guess the short answer is no. But if you attempt to... Like I told you, I just was telling Steve this earlier. One of the things that I do in my car on my way to places, if I'm not listening to podcasts or music, is I have a three-way conversation. I have the me, who is Joselyn, who identifies as this person who has a thought or whatever. And then there is this other part of me that is the critic, that criticizes the thought or whatever it is. And then there's this third self that is the observer or the overseer of the two, or the mediator of the two. And where was I going with this? But this is kind of like
most of us have that.
That's a split,
but not the third person though. Most of us have the two.
It's a practice. It's a practice that I purposefully do because I know the detriment of the inner critic. I know the inner critic isn't always right because I see it in other people.
My inner critic hates me.
I see it in other people, and I go like, their inner critic isn't
Your brother
correct.
made a post on Facebook one day that I fucking will never forget.
He's the best. He makes the best posts.
He said, I love myself. I just don't love me back.
Yeah.
It's true, because I love me.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate me, man.
Well, and that's the double-edged
But I don't have the
sword.
third. But I don't have that third.
All you have to do is...
No.
I don't
think you can just grab it.
Yes, you can.
I think it's a skill you have.
It's a practice. That's the reason they call things like meditation a practice, or because when you first start, you're not good at it. You have to practice it over and over again to become good at it. Well, it's a practice, so this is something that it just emerges from my consciousness every time I'm in the car and it's quiet. And I start to have any sort of thoughts. Does it happen when I'm going to bed? Not necessarily, but when I'm in the car, for sure, because that's the place in which I start to practice this.
You know what is, can I just get a little off? not off topic, but just, I know we're getting late.
No. Shit, it's almost 8 o'clock. Oh.
I have my uncle who has been super conservative my whole life, like very Republican, and is probably one of my biggest mentors in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I had a dad and I had a stepdad, but my uncle was in my life more than any other man. So it's been so, like, he's 18 years older than me. He was 18 when I was born. And watching the person that he is now compared to who he's been most of my life, he's introspective, like he's questioning his own.
That's the work. That's the worthy work.
It's really cool. Like, it's fucking awesome because I never thought he would ever be that guy. You know what I mean?
People
like,
surprised us.
And it's like, I feel weird myself because around the people that I've been around with forever, I'm scared they won't accept me because I am not who I was just 5 years ago.
Right.
I'm a completely fucking different person.
To be.
They're not supposed to be either.
Yeah.
And you know what's really fucking with me? You know, I talk to you about Ron all the time. Talking to him yesterday, Friday. He said to me, if I feel like I'm right all the time, dude, then there's something wrong with me. So I've been questioning. I'm like, Ron is starting to think this. I think there's something happening.
There is something happening. And
is that weird to think that, like, or maybe it's just the time, or?
So after my out of body experience, which I'll go ahead and delve into a little bit, I was having, I took a high dose of psilocybin mushrooms, and I had an experience where I was sitting on my couch in my apartment, and I started, and when I say this, some people aren't going to understand this, but the real me, started to be pulled out of Joselyn. Started to be pulled up and to the left.
Because you weren't always.
I wasn't always spiritually seeking or any of that I knew of. Although I can trace it back to earlier times than I really realized it was happening. That I was questioning and seeking. And at this time, I had this really big interest in quantum physics. My dad gave me this interest in quantum physics, and so I was learning a little bit here and there. But then I also had this friend who entered my life and was introducing me to the idea of certain spiritual perspectives. We are all one and that sort of thing,
right.
Which I could see in concept. I was like, oh yeah, we're all one. We're all one big earth family is kind of how I saw it. But then I had this experience when I was on psilocybin mushrooms where I was pulled up and to the left out of my physical body, but at the same time was still tethered to it. So I could almost go in and out, like instantaneously. I could be in my body and see the room, or I could go out of my body and the lines and the edges of the room would fade into this extremely intricate, colorful, ever-changing fractal pattern that was eternal. It went on and on. There was no end to it. It's hard to bring that down into an explanation that fits this world.
Right.
But when in that space, the feeling was non-judgment, complete acceptance, complete and total unconditional love, and connectedness. I was part of it. I wasn't separate from it. I was part of it. It wasn't this thing that was controlling me or deciding for me or judging me. It was a part of me. And I was part of it. And I wasn't Joselyn. I was this part of this thing, in which I hold that in my mind all the time. And when you can argue that it was the chemical reactions in my structure, in my brain that was creating this, but it doesn't matter because it shifted my perspective in such a meaningful way that it changed the way I interacted with the world. So it didn't matter if it was a drug-induced experience or an actual mystical experience. When I first came down from that experience, my very first thought was, does anybody else know all this? Because in that space, you also are fed all this information. It's almost like every question you've ever asked is answered. And it's so difficult to explain.
No, well, I actually think I was there too, but I don't think I had the same thing because the first time I did actual mushrooms. Like I've done acid and whatever.
Yeah.
It's not the same. The first time I done mushrooms, I was in a different, like there was, and it's not, to my brain anyways, it wasn't, there's no distinction. Like this, I can't say it was because I was drug induced, but I feel like there's something else. In my experience, I didn't get what it was or whatever, but I just knew that there was more.
There is more. Yeah. There's more.
So I think that's what kind of opened me up a little bit. That was actually probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've been on this gradual shift. Maybe that's what this podcast is about. Maybe I'm just learning more and more and more about me. I know you're here and I'm grateful. And most of the people that are watching are grateful that you're here.
But that's the endeavor.
But it's about, this whole thing is about me. Like you've told me several times that I'm experiencing for me.
Yes.
Whether whoever I'm around, it's my.
And if we are all one and interconnected, then it is all about you.
It's about me.
Yes.
But it's also about you.
But
it's about me.
But yes, but what I mean by that
But I'm part of your experience, which is a different experience though.
Well, but what I mean by that is,
or is it?
Realizing that your reality is not the general consensus, that it is your reality. And that you are connected to these other people's reality, but their reality can't be yours. And so the only way to understand and seek is to go inward.
How did we as a consciousness, though, decide that this is how we want to do it?
Well, I think in order for unity to experience anything, there has to be separation. Because if you're one, there's nothing to experience. Okay. You're one ultimate eternal thing. There's nothing to experience. But if you create, then you've separated, you've said, and this is where we get the idea that Adam created the woman from his rib. And, we put all these.
I thought that my whole life, that women had more ribs than us.
Well.
I did. I fucking really thought that.
Anatomically, no. That is not correct.
For real, we don't. You don't. You have the same amount of fucking ribs.
Yeah, we have the same amount of ribs.
I thought that Adam gave up his ribs so a woman could be born. We had 12, you had 13.
It's symbolic.
I had 24, you had 36.
It's
26.
symbolic. And I think where we maybe get lost is taking such things so very literally.
I'm for real. I'm not lying when I say I thought until the trivia question at B-Dubs.
Really?
At B-Dubs, I fucking learned that we have the same amount of ribs.
That was only like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. We have the same amount of ribs as you. Mm-hmm. I thought my entire, because I was like bullshit.
Yeah.
I thought I had 12, you had 13. Or I had 24, you had 26. That's what I thought.
Everybody has 12 pairs. So 24 total.
I didn't know that.
Well, I say everybody, but that's the typical. There are people born with extra or less.
There are also some
anomaly.
Some women have penises and some men have vaginas. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
We're talking about the overall.
Yes, the typical.
Yeah.
The typical. Yeah.
I like that. Some people have said the normal. You said the typical.
The typical. Yeah.
The normal. There's no such thing as normal.
No.
Right?
It's a setting on the washer.
Are we done?
I don't know. I guess we must be, but there's so much more to say.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
I have to have you back.
Yes,
right?
I'm coming back. We're going to talk about all the things.
Because there's so much stuff to talk about.
I hope
this has been a great podcast.
Kept everybody interested. This is how me and Steve talk like all the time.
Yeah, this is a normal day.
This is how I end up talking to most people.
You've done. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for being here.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching.
I love you.
Subscribe.
And we will
like.
Yes, thank you for saying that.
Amazing pod. Thank you, Fuzzy Pickles.
Yeah. Please, if you watch it on YouTube, please just subscribe. I mean, I know that's no big deal. Just it helps.
Yeah.
And just leave a comment. Oh, one thing I wanted to say, like I've tried to say last podcast, I'm not good at this, but whatever, if you're in a different city, wherever you are, just drop your name and what city you're in or what country you're in, and cool. I will shout you out.
That'd be really cool.
Because I think we have people in Germany watching. We have people in other parts of the country. Germany's a big. I don't know why.
A big viewer, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Also, if you have any opposition So anything we've said, we'd love to hear it because
No, I don't want to fucking hear that.
I would.
I don't fucking want to hear it. Listen, you're going to believe what no.
I like to question myself.
Oh.
I have that third party
And you've told
observer
me that
that's like,
too. Like, it's better to,
really?
it's just better to not know that you have all the answers because you don't.
we get so sucked into questioning others and what they believe.
We could go on for another hour.
I know we could.
I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out.
Much love.
I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Rocket League 5 to 8, and then I do the podcast live on Saturdays, and then Sunday it's out on YouTube. So just thank you guys so much for hanging out, and
Happy
I appreciate
Easter.
y'all.
Happy Ostara.
Happy Easter. And